This video deserves no more famous 6 introduction, because this is that serious. Seriously? Even worse mess this time. All of the images used in this video belong to AmeerAshourDraws and some other artists that gave Ameer the permission to enhance their art. They will be mentioned in the description at the very top. Guten Tag everybody, welcome to another quality video from my channel. Today, here we are reunited again to properly analyze AmeerAshourDraws. And you may be asking me, why properly analyze him? Well, there was originally a video titled attempting to analyze an AmeerAshourDraws drawing, and the reason was because originally this was the video that was supposed to come out, but I sent him a tweet asking if this would be a very stupid idea, and then I would ask him if I had his permission to use his drawings for this video. He never saw the tweet, but that doesn't stop me, because I made that video as a joke, because I mean, he didn't give me permission, but he doesn't know that I'm doing it, but so what's the problem? And it was a very stupid idea. And then, you know, came the Closet Saga, and then Cosmic World happened, and then I had to use this bandage on my hand for a while, but that's all in the past. It's time to properly analyze him. And by that I mean analyze every single image he has uploaded on his DeviantArt gallery since 2018. And you know, he doesn't have a lot of images in his gallery, he only has 1100 plus. At the moment of recording this, there's 1100 images in his gallery. And sometimes he doesn't upload in certain days, sometimes he uploads once, sometimes twice. And whenever he feels daring, he uploads several times. But that is not stopping me. I mean, it kind of did several times, but this time it's not stopping me, because we're going to analyze every single one of them. Let me explain you how this analysis is gonna go. The image, the year of its release, the era. The era just refers to what art style it belongs to, like archaic, classic, old, modern, and such. And the saga, well, the saga just, I mean, these images have a theme in common, so I mean, he has a funny hairstyle in this, so Quill Hair Saga, or they are just remake saga. You get the point, right? Alright, now, without any further ado, let's get to properly analyze AmeerAshourDraws for once. The first drawing uploaded to Ameer's current gallery, and it features Kirby from the Kirby series and Restart from the Restart series. I think they're some sort of explanatory. And I didn't know about Restart's existence before making this video, so thank you very much, Ameer. Now I know about Restart and I will do nothing about it. I don't feel like pirating games at the moment. And let me tell you, this was a very good beginning, mostly because of Kirby. I don't know if you know, but I'm a Kirby guy. This was the first showcase of Ameer's OC, Ameer, or Revere. No, but he's called Ameer at this point of time. He changed his name later on, sorry for the spoilers. And as we can see, he has a... Sorry, he has an interesting design, as you can see, because he has a quill for hair, and I mean hair in singular, not in hair in plural. I am not laughing, you are the ones laughing at and Mr. Quill Hair guy. He grows some hair eventually, but Quill Hair. I can't believe it. It's Sonic Man from the hit game Sonic the Hedgehog from 2006. I can't believe that Sonic Man is finally getting the recognition he deserves. This is so spectacular. And what's that? That's not the right Sonic Man? Oh. Wait, then that must be Sonic Man from Mega Man DOS, the best Mega Man game in history. I can't believe that somebody actually likes the Mega Man DOS games. Oh my goodness, son. Come again? That's not right either. So you're talking about Sonic Man from the Sonic and Mega Man comics by Archie Comics? You are? Huh. This drawing right here, this single one, has an incredible reason to be. It is a fantastic story filled with drama, character development, plot twist, and everything that makes a good story a, well, good story. Ameer wanted to make a drone with no outlines. That's the entire context. And this one right here is the same one as the previous one, with an outline. Just keep on walking, nothing to see here, just the same drawing with an outline. The Xbox 360. A console I fondly remember because my brother played on it very often on the last decade, and you know, it was fun to just go to his room and see him play Halo Reach, Halo 4, Metal Gear, Solid Rising, Devil May Cry 3, and I think those are the only games he played constantly. There could be more, but I don't remember them at the moment. But yeah, it was a nice time, and seeing a nice drawing of a 360 controller is a nice way to remember them. You and me, buddy. You and everybody else. School is not that fun, but learning is quite important, so stay in school, kids. And this GIF is based on the cutscene that happens after you beat the second boss on the Madness Manor on Ameer Quest 2, the Revolution of the Net. Truly, one of the best cutscenes and boss battles in the entire game, and I'm glad that people recognize it for what it's worth. I would like to welcome you all to the first of many remakes that Ameer has made. I don't know if they can count as remakes because it's more like original image, new coat of painting. More like a recoloring with permission. I should probably not question any of this. Who knows if his drones want to beat me up with metal pipes again. And all I can say about this is... Holy hell, is that Peron? Wow, I haven't seen that guy's art in like 4 years. Come again? Uh-huh. Wait, really? He goes by Kieran Harris now? Neato. This image right here is a perfect representation of how somebody can go through life in a peaceful way, you know, trying to not have problems with anybody, having a peaceful life, having a nice life, or a no mercy route, like, you get the idea, getting in everybody's way, just pushing everybody, whoever cares for you, on the side, and you can live a quote-unquote peaceful life. Or just, you know, fun drawing on the two main routes of Undertale. You decide that. Did you know that the Nintendo Switch Online service was released on the 18th of September 2018? That was almost 5 years ago. Has it really been that long? I think it's official. Time has no meaning for me anymore. And it's official. We've left the Test Saga. Welcome to the Sketches Saga, the third longest saga on the Ameer story. That is a new word, Ameer story. I love that word. About the drawing itself, we can see that it's just a cha-cha. You don't know what a cha-cha is? Allow me to quote myself from the Soho 7 video. In Spanish we have a couple of words for mate, and my personal favorite that we use in Mexico is cha-cha. So whenever I see Sakuya, I don't say, oh, she's a maid. No, I said, es una cha-cha, la cha-cha de yo-yo. Every time I have to say that, la cha-cha de yo-yo, it's so bloody absurd, just so bloody stupid. We can tell that this was a product of its time, right? I mean, the bloody super crown was everywhere on the internet, and if not the crown itself, it's creations. Bauset, Buset, Chompet, Plantet, Gumpet, et. It's just so... why were there so many? Why is the internet so bloody horny all the time? I just don't get it. The only thing that comes to mind whenever I see this image is... Please don't hurt me, sir. The money is downstairs on the safe and the code is 1337. Please don't disintegrate me. Sir, Sire, Lord Commander, Lieutenant, Ameer. And this is just the crossover we didn't know we needed. With this one, Ameer utilized the original image and then gave it a cone of painting. And to be honest, the colors are pretty nice. They fit them well. Ah, yes. Mario the Music Box. A fan game from 2015, I guess. It was around 2015 definitely 2015, and I remember hearing about this RPG Maker fan game way back in December of 2017 when I was playing in bloody Minecraft Survival single player because I have no friends. I was watching a marathon of spoopy and scary and cryptic RPG Maker games, and I somehow stumbled across a 20-minute video of somebody explaining the lore of Mario the Music Box. I understood absolutely nothing, and I haven't been able to find that video since. I guess it's lost media by this point. And since I still don't know what the story is about, based on this image I can tell that I will say that Mario sold his soul for a music box from 1849. July 7th. Yes! Yes! Sonic Man! He's fun. Seriously, just that bloody piece of scrap with an aerodynamic hairstyle? Sorry people, keep on moving, nothing to say here. Ladies and gentlemen of the Green Hills of DeviantArt, we are currently watching a piece of history of the internet. On that day, the 31st of October 2018, Ameer uploaded his first drone image. And now we know where all of my worst nightmares come from. If you allow me to be honest here, despite this image's questionable quality, it's still a nice rendition of the Judgment Hall. It still transmits an energy, a vibe, a feeling that something or someone is hiding there, judging your every movement. Like the previous remake, Ameer just grabbed it and gave it a wonderful and shining color coat. Despite what the title suggests, I will still kick Chara in the face no matter what. I'm still gonna get my revenge for getting jumpscared on the genocide route in 2017. The context for this one is quite long, and here is a summary. After the events of Mega Man ZX Advent, the world was at peace. Until it wasn't, and somehow, somewhere, maybe they used the biometals or they found the patents for Zero and X somewhere in a lab, they were able to reconstruct and bring back to life X and Zero, and they sent him to fight whatever the menace is. Meanwhile, on another part of the world, a scientist, a doctor, a robot doctor, he found the remains of Iris and revealed her. And Iris was like, you know, I had a friend once, his name was Zero. And the doctor said, Zero? Like the machine made by Wily? And Iris was like, who the hell is Wily? And the doctor was like, okay, how do I summarize the lore of the first 11 Mega Man games? And the Game Boy games, and the DOS games, and the comics. Are the comics canon for the Mega Man lore? I will count them as canon. And after listening to the entire lore of Wily and the original Mega Man series, I was like, oh damn, I think my friend was bad. Okay, train me on how to use the sword and I will beat him or something like that. And so the doctor taught Iris how to use the sword and I don't know how to use sword. And she's now off to destroy Zero, I guess. Well, wait a moment. Were they aware that Zero and X were rebuilt? Because if they were aware, wouldn't they have realized that Zero and X were fighting the bad guys, the Mavericks? And if they didn't know that they were back, why was Iris sent to destroy Zero? Somebody who they don't know is alive again? This is very confusing. Why am I trying to find the logic? You see this image? You see it? Okay, imagine one of those commission sheets that is like $5 for a rough sketch, $7 for a sketch, more money for a flat colors, or something like that. Okay, imagine that, but without the shit. It's just like the image and Ameer's capabilities at the moment. And this one is just the same as the previous one, but with 8% more completion. And in this one, Ameer has 57.1428% of certain puppeteer's power. In this last one, he still has that 57.1428% of that puppeteer's power, but now with funky shades and illumination. Quite a shocking appearance and power, right? You will not believe me here, this is a crazy theory, okay? But I believe that at some point, this image was Ameer's new profile picture on DeviantArt. Did I forget to mention the fact that Ameer's OC is a mix of Mario and Sonic? Does Does that mean that he's related to somebody? Oh yeah, this is a very nice one. Wait a moment. Look at the HP. 50 out of 99. Basically half. But now look at the HP bar. That thing is around at 66 HP, not at 50. Stay in school. And this image in this description just makes me feel lucky that I had like one banana and one sip of orange juice before school for like 7 years straight. Wow, I feel lucky. What's next? Dial this phone number to get a quirky ringtone of Ameer saying, "Hey, pick up, your mama's calling." Because if that's the case, then I'm gonna call that number as soon as possible and I'm gonna get that funky ringtone. Ah, how delightful. A robot trying to hypnotize me. Don't you know? This jacket keeps me safe from any sort of brainwashing. Plus, I like the capability to focus on anything swirly or swingy or anything by that style for more than 2 picoseconds. No, thank you. I think I'm better off with my Carry 64 wallpaper. I still remember the first time I played Deltarune. It was November 2019. It was, I think, November 1st, or it was between the 1st or 3rd. I don't really remember. But I was home from school and it was a cloudy afternoon. I think it was also raining, I'm not so sure. But I remember sitting through most of the game in one sitting and it was a very nice day. I really liked that day. You know what this is lacking? A personality core from Portal 2 screaming space! Welcome to a newest entry of Generic Sky Pictures, the forgotten series on my DeviantArt gallery. So, an album cover, right? You know what this is missing? Correct. The album itself. Come on, Ameer, re-release it. We want to hear you bashing random keys on GarageBand for 45 minutes straight. So where am I supposed to insert the cartridge scene again? During today Nintendo, are we? I can see a Nintendo taking the initiative of getting rid of the competition by sending their mascot to kill the competition's mascot. No, wait. On a second look, I think this is related to Mario the Music Box, which means that I have no clue of what is going on in that image. Is it the wrong time for me to mention that I don't like coffee at all? You see that guy? He's a guy now. But any moment now, he's gonna be a squid. And then he's gonna be a guy again, and then a squid, and then a guy, and then a squid, and then a guy, and then a squid, and then a guy, and then a squid. Listen, that is way better than the elephant power-up. Let me tell you the context behind this image. Ameer was so tired of school, he decided to study one of Eggman's books a bit too hard and create Celeste. Be like Ameer, hate school and do something with your talents. Just look at me, I followed that advice and here I am, depressed and making videos. Hooray! Oh my goodness, we're getting so many tears for Ameer's game. I can't wait for it to be released. Merry, extremely late Christmas, everybody! Even if I don't really celebrate Christmas like that, I still call it Saturnalia. But it doesn't matter. Have a happy holidays in the middle of August. The year 2018 was a nice one in terms of Ameer's art. Not the best, but it was good. It's like Mega Man 1. It's not the best Mega Man classic, but it's still good because it was the first one to settle the basis of what a Mega Man game is. That's what the year 2018 is to Ameer's art. It's the first one, it's really bad, but it's still somewhat good. I mean, the art is quite bad and it has aged poorly, but we can tell that Ameer was having fun and he was getting the hang of it. Now allow me to summarize the year 2018 for all of you who skipped it or just forgot about it in the span of 15 seconds. The year 2018 was characterized by the amateur era, having 45 images and 1 GIF, making a total of 46 deviations. And the sagas featured in that year were the Quill Hair Saga, the Reploid Saga, the Test Saga, the Meme Saga, the Remake Saga, the Underrune Saga, the Sketches Saga, the Inktober Saga, the Ameer the Music Box Saga, and lastly, the First Run Saga. In terms of content, it was quite small in comparison to this year 2019, and let me tell you something, there's over 100 deviations, way more than that, that Ameer uploaded in the year 2019 alone. So, I hope you enjoy long sections from now on. My experience with the Mega Man X saga might be, well, non-existent, but from the few things that I know is that the Mega Man X3 introduction cutscene is pretty radical, including this, which makes it just a tad bit more radical. You know, this image reminds me of that concept of Undertale AUs that were basically Undertale, but with the characters of this other series. Most of them were bad, but some of them were really, really good. And remembering them is oddly nostalgic. I'm starting to believe that in all the Ameer drawings, there were some subliminal messages trying to make the average internet user interested in reading the Mega Man X Sonic Archie comics. But hey, that's just a theory. A farthest theory! Okay, can you pull up the next image, please? Oh my goodness. I can't believe it. That's the first drawing I saw of Ameer. It's from January 2019 and I saw it in March 2019. I can't believe that it's been over 4 years since that. Leaving aside all of those jokes that include me being afraid of Ameer's drones or my stupid sense of humor, if it were in some way for Ameer, I really wouldn't be talking to you in this exact moment. Because he's one of my inspirations to continue making content of stuff that I like. Because if it wasn't for Ameer and this image, I would be making clickbaity and repetitive and cheap content for easy views, or, you know, content that I really hate. So, thank you so much, Ameer. Bloody musculoskeletal system. Ameer, do you mind telling me what was your routine or your diet during this time period to get this jacked? I'm asking for a friend. This Rob would have been a good boss for Mega Man 10 and we all know it. Let me tell you a little secret. The cutscene that plays after the battle with the King of Space in the Pacific route in the first chapter of Deltarune is my favorite cutscene in the entire game. Just seeing the entire Dark World barging into the castle, taking the king, and Lancer just being like, I am the king now, Dad! Go into your room, you're grounded! Has to be one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Anyways, who wants to 1v1 me in this exact location on the 15th of August of 2024 at 5:15 PM GMT6? And I'm being completely serious here. I don't have a lot to say about this image, just remember that whenever you fight Asgore in the neutral route, please keep the butterscotch pie that Terrell gives you in the beginning of the game. It will be very useful, as it will lower his attack and defense. Just in Bailey or just in Bailey? I don't know how to pronounce that, to be honest. What do you want me to add to this image's commentary? I guess you should read the Mega Man X Sonic Archie comic, I guess? Oh, telekinesis, you say? Okay, try to read my mind. No, wait, that's telepathy. look at the anatomy of that, bro. If we base it on this figure face, we can see that her mouth starts just where her eye, and so her mouth will be around here. I don't think she needs to think. As long as she just whispers, that will function the same. Oh, and about the image itself, it's just burglar hypnotized Lemao. This image just became 3 times as relevant due to the Super Mario RPG remake that's coming for the Nintendo Switch, which was announced like 2 months ago. Mystery Girl 1314's OSC, Irene. Bottom text. Finally, free DLC! Wake up, samurai. We have a DeviantArt user to analyze. That is one of the side effects of being a Twitter user, becoming a lunatic clown. I don't know if I should continue analyzing all of Ameer's DeviantArt catalog, or go into my 5-hour long full analysis of the entire series of Dragon Ball, Director's Cut with missing in the openings. Now that I think about it, since Mario the Music Box is free, I could just download it and convince Doi to record a Let's Play with me for the Cosmic Vendors, right? I think I'm gonna call him after this recording, be like, hey Doi, Wanna play an RPG maker game based on Mario that is spooky? And now I feel a bit more threatened. And I don't know if my room is getting hotter because of the fact that I have my AC and my fan off, or by the fact that his hands are on fire. Hey man, do you mind turning off your hands fire for a couple of minutes, please? I think I'm going to either melt or boil alive, and I don't want to find which one I'm gonna go through first. I would like to say that the lighting and the shadowing in this image is pretty swell, and the only issue that I find is that I'm about to reach the temperature at which brass melts if you don't turn that fire off. If you wonder why Ameer is a bit shocked by whatever he's watching, the reason is because he's watching a get down video using X from Mega Man X. You know what's curious? I made a get down video 13 years late, also known as last year. And for nostalgic reasons, I have a suggestion for all of you. How about we just get down. Never again. The number of Commando posts keeps growing, so I can now legally add a counter up there. I can now add a counter with ring collection sound effect from the Sonic Mega Drive games. Yeah, I think that's good. For each new Commando post. Oh right, his account was originally called AmeerAshourDraws 2018. No wonder he changed it, it became outdated once 2019 rolled in. Do you like the fact that I didn't mention the stupid war between people who like the clips and people who like the old webpage design? It was a really stupid war. According to Ameer, and the description he left on this post, he said that we shouldn't expect anything sexy from his artwork. Yeah, right. Fun fact, Ameer said that this OC was just purely based on sounds, but has nothing to do with Undertale or sounds at all. But something about her just screams a bit more sounds, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's the way she's dressed. She just came back from doing her weekly grocery shopping and is standing in front of some tanks. Is that a very absurd reference? This video was sponsored by this plate, and I'm kidding, I am not that famous to be sponsored, and if I ever get big enough I won't really do sponsorships, despite me always saying that I'm poor. You know, something about sponsorships doesn't really sit right well with me. Also, that Twitter handle on the corner of that image, I checked and it doesn't work anymore, so don't even bother trying. Oh, this image in the description can only make me think of Zero at the end of Mega Man X4 screaming, "What am I fighting for?" And let me tell you something, that is one of the funniest things I've ever seen. The voice acting in that game is horrendous, it's at the levels of Hotel Mario, but it's just so bloody absurd that it's so fun. I'm sorry Mario, I'm really sorry. Just please spare my life and I'll buy all of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC. Just please forgive me. Sir, I am unable to buy Shantae 5 as I am, said previously, poor. Please reconsider asking later whenever I am in a better financial situation, when I acquired a single quid from YouTube or from Burger King. I never knew what was the deal with Sonic and the Black Knight. Is it a good game? Is it a bad game? What's up with that game? Dear viewer, I am unsure of what we are looking at, as it is not April and I am not a specialized person in these topics whenever it's not April. So let's just continue into the next post, please. Shout out to Jim being 1999, because if it weren't for him, we wouldn't have this piece of art and we wouldn't be able to add it to the collection known as Chun-Li as a Shadowloo doll. Wait. Oh no. Oh no 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 no. Okay, dear viewer, I am sorry to inform you that we have entered the My Little Pony saga. Don't ask me why there's a My Little Pony saga. It's linked with the Request saga, and let me tell you, there's quite a bit of ponies thanks to requests. So, Please do any of the followings to keep yourself safe. Number 1. If there are any jars in your vicinity, get rid of them. Number 2. If there are any pony figurines in your vicinity, get rid of them as well, preferably in a different container from the jars. Number 3. If there are any bronies in your vicinity, punch them in the face as hard as you can. They are not allowed to see this video. As someone who has never walked on heels, I cannot confirm nor deny whether walking on heels is hard. If you, a viewer, is someone who has walked on heels, can you confirm for the rest of us normies? Okay, I confused word. If you, the viewer, are someone who has walked on heels, can you confirm or deny for us whether it's hard or not? For the rest of us. I was gonna say for the rest of us normal people, but I went with normie. Ay, qué pendejada. Welcome to the section that confuses me the most. The art trades. Does he still do them? I don't know. Did they stop in 2022? I don't know. Is art trade also a prefix? Indubitably. Oh, and also it's G-Bing's 1999 return. 3 posts later. Hey look! It's an original character from the Mega Man Archie comics! I only remember her because of a video I saw in 2018 about the Mega Man Archie comics, and that's pretty much it. So for all of that concerns me, she could be president of Germany and I wouldn't know. Now, behold again! The Reploid that dies in Mega Man X4, but in a bunny suit. Why am I wearing this bow tag again? Hey look, it's a superhero, but based on a pony from My Little Pony. But as a human and a superhero. Is it very obvious that I don't really like My Little Pony? I don't know how to explain whatever is going on in this image, but imagine the balls from Mega Man 5, but instead of standing on top of them, they are inside of them, for whatever reason. Why is there a bloody bubble bath in the background of this image? I've got a feeling that Ameer really likes styles from the Mega Man X series. I don't know what exactly it is, but out of all 89 posts that we've seen so far, 4 of them are dedicated to Iris alone. About the image itself, I really like the colors of the suit. They're pretty nice. This is the most wholesome image of this entire analysis, but I don't think I can call this an analysis because it's more like image, commentary guy, commentary. But we're gonna not talk about that. Oh well, have you seen those viewers playing? It's pretty wholesome! I am as astonished as Ameer was when he found out that his first bubble image became really popular, and then we had this. Hang on tight because these balls are gonna be with us for a long time. My knowledge in the Sonic Boom media is non-existent, or well, just a bit. I know that the game suck and I only watched like 2 episodes of the TV show. There was the Christian one, and there was one where there were like 5 tails, and one was like, hey, this ball tastes like dirt, and they started all licking it for some reason. So if this happens in any of those media related content to Sonic Boom, I'm gonna be pissed. First of all, if Iris didn't die at the end of Mega Man X4, we wouldn't have my favorite cutscene in the entire game, nor Zero's scream, which is like 25% of my knowledge in the Mega Man X series, because my total playtime throughout the entire Mega Man X series is 0 hours. Unlike the Mega Man Classic series, which throughout the first 6 games I have over 9,000 hours. Second of all, yes! Create a mention! Third of all, this image is technically a remake of a lost media image. The original image was made by Caitlin EXE. Her account and thereby all of her posts are now deleted. Which means that Ameer saved a piece of lost media. Thank you very much, Ameer. And lastly, I like her beret. It's pretty nice. I think I have a better name for Quake Woman if she were in Mega Man X. Quake. 1996. And over here we have Rachel, Engine Gears Final Fantasy OC. Why is she flying like Iron Man, you may be asking me? No clue. Wait, Final Fantasy? We're talking about the series that skipped its 4th, 5th and 6th entries and went straight into the 7th installment. 90s joke. This request right here, made by Tyrex a Million, is related to Tyrex's novel, Sonic Brotherhood, which is extremely long and there's 2 of them. So if anybody in this beautiful landscape that is known as YouTube wants to make a video summarizing the entire, Sonic Brotherhood novels, go ahead. If you do it, I'll give you 150 quits. No kidding. Like my friend Peron always says, you silly Podawinkle doodling partner. Oh, and before I forget, right away. Look at Samus's smog in that image. Nobody's allowed to be that smog. Wait, why is she wielding a sword? I don't think Zelda is known for wielding swords. I think she uses magic and such. Do you care to explain, Ameer? I don't know if these goals are related to the ones that turn people into Oshachu, but for speculation purposes, we're gonna say that they are. But hey, that's just a theory. A far theory! Congratulations, we've made it to the 100th image, which is like 9.09090909% of his entire Ameer catalog. If we run it to 1100, there's more than 1100. So, yay, let's take a moment to applaud us. Okay, that's enough. About the image itself. Amy as a role doll with the goals of the previous image. But if we go to the not so deep description and we go to the very bottom, Ameer has an idea for a YCH. What is a YCH, you may be asking me? YCHs are here, take money or something. I want my character in this situation that you put. And then they are just like, okay, there your character is now mowing a lawn. That's pretty much your character here. And Ameer suggests that he has an idea to make something like this. And this is called foreshadowing. This image right here is the same one as the previous one, but with nice coloring. And Ameer mentions that your character here is coming soon. Which means that I have to give you some rules so you can behave during your character here. Number 1, saga. Let's see. Number 1, buckle your seatbelts and, tighten them. You don't want to fall off and miss your character here. It's a pretty nice saga. Second of all, keep arms and legs in the right at all times. Third of all, no sleeping during the section. If you do, I will go to your house and I will slap you in the back of your head. Number 4, no smoking. You can smoke throughout the rest of the video, but in that specific sections, no smoking allowed. And last one, in case of an emergency, our non-existent hostess will guide you to your nearest emergency exit. This is just references for Roll's outfit for your character here, which is coming in like, what, 4 posts? Okay, listen to me. You won't believe me here, but I highly suspect that Ameer, at some point, and by at some point I mean this exact point in history, in 2019, used that image as his new profile image. This image right here reminds me of the extremely delayed analysis I was supposed to make on Cherry's Mermaid 2023 story, which I had. It was the end of July and I had the analysis, but I accidentally misclicked into another, deviation and lost my comment together with the analysis. And I was so bummed out by that, I decided to go straight into working into this again. Life is fun, but hey, not everything is bad. At this point of history, when Ameer uploaded this image, he finished all of his exams, which is very nice. Wait, you're telling me that the pony woman superheroine is the size of God Bloody Zilla? What's next? The moon is now made out of cheese? Mima PC98 is gonna appear in Toho 19 now? Okay, the title of this deviation is the funniest thing to me. Let me explain. The Throne Dudes and the Dudette. Just the and the Dudette kills me. It sounds like the name of a cartoon I would watch every Thursday morning in 2001. Welcome, dear viewer, to the highly anticipated Roll Doll Your Character here. In this first image we see Amelia cooking. That's it. On our second Roll Doll Your Character here image, we can see Arelie doing her weekly grocery shopping. And now Ameer was somehow able to insert himself into the Mega Man X games from the SNES. Now he's gonna get the Hadouken or the Shoryuken or both, and he's gonna be unstoppable. Let me tell you the process of how I make these commentaries. First, when I have the image, I try to find something that I can poke fun at. Reference stuff that I already talked about in previous posts, or stuff that is going to happen in the future, but be somewhat vague about it. if I can do anything with the image, I go into the description. If I can do the same with the description, I go into the tags. And in the later years, in 2021 onwards, I start using the comments. But for now, we have nothing for this image. What am I supposed to mention? The description doesn't help, and the image is just the drawing of an albsee. I guess she's copying my signature 3-finger salute? On the other hand, I can poke fun at this other one because of its description. Let's see. Ameer wrote, made a manga style of blank, full stop, enjoy, a huge space the size of the Milky Way, I made this, smiley face. That description is the written version of a seizure. How did Tails and Sally get robotized in this image? I don't know. Are they now related to Eggman at all? According to the text, it says not part of Eggman, I think. Thank you for the clarification, Ameer. And, as you may have already noticed by the saga, and by the prefix commission, this is the first commission! Woo! Man, it feels nice seeing the commissions already. And the commissioner of the first commission Ameer made was Alex Warlorn. And little fun fact before we move on to the next post. At the end of this video, I will mention every single person who commissioned Ameer, either by regular commissions or by Ko-Fi. We'll get to them later on. So, we'll go from the least commissions to the most commissions. So start making your bets at this moment of who do you think is the person who has given Ameer the most money online. If it weren't for this tier list, we wouldn't be listening to Sonic CD OST. Wait, Ameer? You're telling me that you put Sonic the Hedgehog, also known as Sonic 06, in not bad? Alright, can you put in the next image, please? Oh god, inflation! Please, people from the interwebs, I beg of you, can somebody please summarize Sonic Brotherhood for me? I am too lazy and busy to understand what's going on. I want to see Andrew finding Apollo Creed whilst Agatha sells tickets to the match, also known as Apollo Creed beats the living hell out of Andrew. First of all, I really like the Lacey's redesign. Something about her hair is very charming to me. You know, the shape of the hair and the gradient. It goes from lavender to black. Second of all, you may have already noticed, but in the description it says Remastered Saga. The Remastered Saga, according to me, is a drawing or a concept that Ameer has already made, and he just redoes it in the future whenever he's better at art. I don't count this as a remake because remakes, to what concerns us, are images made by other artists that Ameer has asked permission to use and gives them a new code of painting. This one is a remaster, so keep that in mind and welcome to the Remaster Saga. I forgot to welcome you to it. Would you believe me if I told you that this guy with 50 watchers and 3,600 page views is now someone with 2,500 watchers and 136,500 page views? Congratulations, Ameer. Your amazing art has paid off. Well done, man. Yay, gardening! The closest thing I've done to gardening is just watch my mom take care of her pineapple crowns. She has like 10 of them. Okay, this one is a long one. When I was first recording the 2018 section for this video, I was adjusting the tripod. A piece of my tripod fell, and my cat, who was also in my room, started playing with that piece and just launched that piece under that bookshelf over there. As you can see, it's filled with stuff, and the thing that fell off my tripod was just underneath it, far enough that I could barely touch it with my fingertips. And I could not grab it because, yeah. So, what did I do? I went for a rag, I started cleaning every single thing in there, put it on my bed, moved the bookshelf, got the piece out, put it back there, moved the bookshelf back into its position, and placed every single game, book, laptop, there's only one laptop, piggy bank, there's two of them, mall, there's only one of it, and hard drive box, why do I still have that? into its place. All whilst my brother was just playing Smash Brothers over there. It was a fun day. I would like to announce to everyone that this is the last image of the Quill Hair saga. This is the last image with the first AmeerAshour design. He is gonna grow some hair in between this image and his next redesign. Not a lot of hair, but it's some hair. That's a step in the right direction. In the description of this image, it says, no, I'm not talking about freaking Elise. Oh, what now? Freaking Elise? But I thought you just put Sonic 06 in not bad. You're telling me that you're insulting one of the main characters of a game you put in not bad? Oh my goodness, it's like, that game is bad. I can't believe it. So, you're telling me that you did mean to put it in not bad and now you're insulting one of its main characters? Wow. Okay, back to the image itself and regaining my sanity. We can see Amy dressed as the Peaches one. Cream is dressed like, hi, I'm Daisy. And Blaze is just dressed like Luigi's daughter. I hate MatPat, by the way. You know, this image reminds me of me and my grandma. She's an old lady, like, yay high. And she told me how to make tamales, so whenever I want to make tamales, I just remember what my grandma told me, and I make tamales. Only issue is that there's no corn leaves in northern Mexico, so I cannot make tamales anytime soon. But let me tell you, whenever I get my hands on some corn leaves, I'm gonna make the best tamales in history. Okay, so why is Purple Lady fighting a fire-breathing dinosaur in the middle of a white void where all comics take place at? You know what's better than biscuits? Correct, tamales. But as I said previously, there's no corn leaves in northern Mexico. Somebody please get me out of here. I know if I can stand another year, and as I already been here for 14 years. Anyways, do you mind if I take a biscuit, please? And this one is just a peach-based OC hovering the floor. No anecdote for this one. All I want to say is that hard-boiled eggs are better than sunny side up eggs. Okay? I don't want my opinion to become a pathetic excuse to start a war. Okay? And here is, ladies and gentlemen, Ameer with hair on the side of his head. Not here though. Only here, not here. Okay? Okay. And also he has lore, I forgot to say that earlier. And here's my summary of my summary. Ameer is 16 years old. He likes Mario and Sonic. He makes an Omnitrix. He somehow replicates the DNA of Mario and Sonic. He stumbles across power-ups from video games because they are apparently real in the real world. Scans their DNA. Omnitrix malfunctions. Fuses Fire Flower with Ameer. Ameer has fire powers. Ameer hears that Manhattan is under attack. Goes to investigate. Eggman is there. They fight. The end. I'm a great summarizer, aren't I? It still doesn't convince me, man. I prefer my Kirby 64 wallpaper, to be honest. Quick parenthesis, real quick. I don't know if you can tell by my hair, but I just took a shower, which means that these sessions are really long, and I can no longer do them in a single sitting, or a single sitting split into like 4. So yeah, this is quite long. Close parenthesis. Well, about the image itself. It may be signed and everything, but it still doesn't change my opinion about it. I am not going to change this into my desktop wallpaper. I still prefer the Kirby 64 one. Oh, it's like Super Mario 63. See? Oh, and also happy 4-year late birthday. Okay, the description of this image said that the requester asked for an image of their gacha OC. Gachas in Gacha Life and those games that everybody hates because they have a toxic community. They're like the Walfas, but 10 times as worse and with less Spanish people. Alright, let's see. There's the one from Morocco, the one who did the furry, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't really watch a lot of Disney movies, so I don't know who the last one is. I got it. Tinkerbell. Ameer in the description apologized for making this instead of weird Sonic and Elise shapes, but listen man, do not be sorry for that. This is way better than, you know, Sonic kissing Elise at the end of Sonic 06. Also, sorry for the spoilers, even though we're like 17 years late. Quick correction real quick, 32 years of Running Blue. That's still a long time. You think I'm just gonna make an angry video game nerd parody just because of this image? Because if you think so, you're absolutely goddamn right. Roll the intro. He's gonna take you to another realm to do anything that might overwhelm. He'd rather have some glass shards shoved down directly into his throat. He'd rather play Torriden than any Fire Emblem game. He's the most random vendor you've ever heard. He's the Kirby 64 guy. He's the Toho PC 98 lad. He's Emilio FM06. I mean, fattest man. Oh god, more inflation! This is Bright House 123's profile picture drawn in Ameer's 2019 style. Never do this, boys. It's not worth it. You will lose your dignity, your honor, and you will get back pains. When I first looked at this image, it gave me a bad trip because I was very low on sleep. And I thought it was an image from Ctrl-Alt-Delete. And I was so startled by it that I just took a 2-hour nap. When I woke up, I realized that it was quite a loss of time. I'm starting to get worried from how many people really like seeing characters inside of bubbles. That's a bit concerning, don't you think? Here we have Ratchet55 cosplaying as an Inkling. And in the description, Ameer re-acknowledges his Inkling power-up. Very nice. According to Ameer on the description of this image, Shantai willingly came and asked to be turned into an Omo doll. Now, Mr. Ameer, is that 100% true? Do you have any other sort of proof other than your, version of the story? I would like to welcome you back to 2007. Enjoy your 10 minutes that you have during this time with your brand new Windows Vista. Hope you enjoy your stay in the mid to late 2000s. And this is just a commission sheet that also explains how you can do requests and art rates. Wait, should I be threatened by Robo Tails? According to the music, I think I should be. What is his weakness again? I think I may have it. Alright, I think I'm following here. Is she with the Maverick Hunters or with the Mavericks themselves? This doesn't really answer any of my questions. It's nice coloring and everything, But do I have to fight her in Mega Man X versus Pokemon? Ameer, can I see something real quick? How many times have you had to fight Sigma's disembodied floating head? And multiple of them at the same time? Okay. I know I've complained in a previous image that I couldn't come up with anything for it, but this is just a whole new level. The image is just the OC. The description just adds the requester, who by the way is Shapti 817. What else do you want me to mention from this? I guess that if you look at Lola with your eyes somewhat close and long sleep, you will see Mickey Mouse? Something like that? The same problem is with this image. No description, and just a cave woman fighting a dinosaur. The Bond 13-18-6, can you give a bit more context, please? Cave woman hit with a chair? I would say that this is one of the most cursed ships I've seen in my life, but I would be lying to you if I said that. I've seen worse stuff on the net that I do not want to remember. I don't even want to ask how a robot and a human fall in love in the first place, because I know that there's somebody in the comments that's going to say, well, clearly you didn't see this classic from 1976 where they explained it clearly and in full detail. Also, shout out to Anubis H55513 for requesting this. You've startled me. Oh wow, I actually remember this. I watched it after it ended. Wow. Oh, also, if you were smoking, stop smoking in this exact moment. We're going to honor your character here. Neptunia's Reploid looks like 20% Cyberelf and 20% Reploid instead of 100% Reploid. Excuse me, how do you say his name again? My files? Me files? Mephiles? Well, plus, what kind of name is Me files? At this point, just call him something like Juan Alberto Rigoberto de los Dolores Crónicos. First of all, I would like to say that I had a small problem with the name Chumbella, even though I 100% completed Kirby Star Allies. If you wonder why I had troubles with that name, it's because I played the game in Spanish, obviously. If you wonder why I played the game in Spanish, es porque soy de pinches México, y obviamente yo voy a hablar español en mi vida cotidiana, hijo de tu p***. Oh, and I remember that orange princess. She's from the Roll Doll, your character here. Nice comeback. From being responsible of 1/3 of a mystical triangle made by 3 goddesses that can grant anybody any wish whenever they want, well, as long as they have the full triangle, to having to take care of mushroom people and constantly being kidnapped by a really big turtle, I think it's a step up. If you look to my right, you will see Foxtail Zerda's OC turn into a Reploid. Now, if you continue walking on, you'll reach image 159. Let me guess. She also blew up in Mega Man X and was reconstructed by the X-Hunters in Mega Man X2, and Star just gave her her own blade, right? Because if so, that's a pretty cool blade. Ameer Quest Origins will be out someday, trust me. And the proof? Well, this leaked image, obviously. I'm pretty sure that Discord username and Discriminator are now useless, knowing that Discord eliminated Discriminators a long time ago and made enemy like 2 months ago. 2 months is like, no, 2-3 months? How long has it been? And speaking of the YouTube, all of his viewers are now unlisted, privated, or deleted. There's only 2 shorts now that showcase Mima. And Tumblr is not even there yet. Can someone pass me the Mega Man ZX long play 100% completed, please, and then explain me what happens in that game, because I have no idea of what the model is, and thereby I cannot analyze this image properly. Oh no. Oh no. I thought this saga started way later down the line, but they're from 2019. Alright, for those of you who don't know, this is the beginning of the AmeerAshourDraws saga. And I feel like those things are gonna come again, and they're gonna threaten my integrity with metal pipes, like if this was Cosmic World all over again. Now, I don't know if they're gonna use the same tactic they used last time and hit me on the back of the head and cause me a concussion for, what, 17 hours? I'd say 30 hours at best. Maybe they'll try hitting me in the front of the head. Ow. Like we say in Spanish, me van a sumir la mollera. Mollera, sumir, it's like this. Okay, now you know Spanish. Now say after me. Los drones de Ameer me van a sumir la mollera. Por favor, manden ayuda. Okay, now say it. Okay, you said? Splendid. Now, if you excuse me, I have to barricade my room. Okay, a lock will surely do. Right? How many giant pony women does that have? Okay. I knew those things were quick, but not that quick. Oh god. Okay, about the image itself. How many giant pony women does the one have again? And for your concerns, no, I am not adding a counter for that. Again, boys, don't do this. The back paints are not worth it. So does this mean that player 1 also has an OC called Ferb? This baby Yoshi OC doesn't really look like a baby Yoshi. Maybe it's just the angle. Okay, this is gonna be a long one, isn't it? Okay, as you can see, we went from the old era to the classic era. Why classic? Well, I consider Ameer's classic era to be from 2019, well, mid to late 2019, up to early 2021. Now, calling mid to late 2019 up to early 2021 classic era, all those years in the classic era, doesn't really work, because the way eras work is that his art style changes throughout all eras, and having an era extremely long doesn't really work, you know, because the amateur era is a couple of months long, as is the old era, and you can tell that his art style improves throughout those eras, and it's different enough from both of them. The classic era, it's characterized by its lighting and shading, but, and this is quite important to remember this, if we see this drawing, that we will call the first drawing of the classic era, and we see the last drawing of the classic era, they're completely different art styles, and it's not fair to just call them classic. And so I decided to split the classic era in two, classic and neoclassic. But then came a problem. When does it stop being classic and when does it become neoclassic? I tried to find for an image, but the problem is that there isn't one. His art style is just, I don't know what it has during those times that I cannot just find a central point and be like, oh, okay, this one is just neoclassic and this is classic. No. So instead I just grabbed a ton of drawings that had an in-between the classic era and the neoclassic era, and they just called it late classic. Alright? Okay. Okay, hopefully that's understandable, and hopefully I didn't stutter a lot. Hopefully it's understandable and such. I'm repeating myself, sorry. Now, I'm gonna repeat what characterizes the classic era. The classic era, the first one, we can call it early classic era if you want, or yeah, we're gonna go with regular classic. The classic era is characterized by its lighting and its shading. It's basically the first steps that Ameer took to achieve his current shading and lighting. Example number 1. Those are all the examples that I have. You can go now. Thank you. So, lighting and shading improving. Great. Okay, that was easier than I thought. It's not as long as I thought it would. It only took me 5 takes. This is Beth. Brandon Myers OC as a Reploid, because of the, Reploid, your character here, saga. You should say is their character here, saga number 2. As I forgot to mention it, but now you know. And when I look at it, I just realized that this does not feature any of the lighting and shading that I said the classic saga was categorized by, but it's my video and you cannot do anything about it, but just watch. I'm sorry. So how am I supposed to give you advice on Blender if I've never used Blender myself, and whenever I tried downloading it, it took 5 hours to download and I gave up on number 1. My internet sucks. What is a nightmare? And why is the I on lowercase? You say you know what BNHA stands for? Well, I'm here for you, my friend. BNHA stands for Bananas Now Hate Americans. You're welcome. Something about her cap feels off, It's a bit too big. Why? Welcome to the non-existent saga, the shipping saga! Oh, and also Ameer made a reference to his Mario X Bowser image he made a while back. Yay! Throwback! Woo! The baby Yoshi from the second your character here is cosplaying with Mimikyu the... We'll pretend that it's not written. They're cosplaying like characters from A Hat in Time, a game I've never played before. I'm sorry, internet. Okay, so, shirtless, edgy Sonic is fighting ultra edgy Sonic with red eyes. Okay. Tell a joke, Reploid Starbar Grunt. Please, I beg of you, please make this video funny, or at least do a funny trick with your banana-looking sword. And this is sadly the end of the Reploid Your Character Here saga, also known as Your Character Here saga number 2. And it features that first guy's OC super test as a Reploid dancer. That's not a Reploid. No, wait, if you see at the stuff on her chest and like on her ankles, you will clearly see that she's a Reploid. Okay, I guess. Oh my goodness. Now this is a classic design I always remember Ameer for. Full grown hair, that quill, that handle fight that looks radical as hell. And it only took him a year. Wow, that's truly impressive. Now we can say goodbye to those days when he only had a quill for a hair and his ponytail, or when he just had hair on the side of his head. Now this truly is the beginning of the classic Ameer era. The memories. Despite how big of a fan I am of this design of Ameer's character, Ameer, can I just go back to calling the real Ameer Rima for comedic purposes? No? Okay. Despite how big of a fan I am of this design, I still won't put it as my desktop background, man. Kirby 64 is just better. I'm gonna keep saying this until I die. I will add, it is too tempting though, but no, Kirby 64, Kirby 64, definitely Kirby 64. You guys remember Holy? Because Ameer does, and she's here in a chibi style. Which chibi style? I don't know. Oh boy. We're in a roll for classic stuff now, aren't we? For those of you who don't remember, this was the first remake that Ameer did. Shout out to Pedro, no wait, Kieran Harris. And here we have Cherry. Oh, no, not that one, the French one. Yeah, that one. Cerise. I don't know how to speak French, so that's my misinterpretation of how I think French people say the word cerise. Cherise. Who is the OC of Furedijon. I'm still angry by the fact that Ameer hasn't shown us a single image showing us Sonic Man from Sonic 06, despite him saying that the game is not bad. And don't get me started on about the image itself. I really like the shading, even though it's just a spray tool. We can tell that Ameer is learning how to shade stuff, slowly but surely. Oh yeah, this image has lore. I forgot to say it. Okay, so basically, Ameer kicks Eggman's arse, and then he like captures 7 of Sonic's friends, and in between those friends, Sonic is included because, I don't know, just read the description real quick. It's I don't think Sonic is that egocentric to consider himself a friend of his. But I could be wrong, you know. The only 2 games that I played related to Sonic are Sonic Adventure 2, because Pepsi Man, and Sonic Explosión Máquina número 2. So my knowledge in Sonic is small, but Eggman robotizes Sonic and his friends, and Ameer now has to free them by beating them up, like if he were playing Mega Man X in real life. The end. If somebody amongst the audience wants to ship X-Sonic and X-Sally, I will personally stare at you for a very long time with a confused stare. And it only took him 4 months to remaster that one image we saw 4 months ago or 107 posts ago. Oh Ameer, one question. How effective would a wooden ruler be against your drones? I'm not asking this because this is my only weapon, I swear. It's just for research purposes. I'm sorry to say, but just keep walking, viewers, as this image is just the previous one, but with an outline. Again. I'm truly sorry to disappoint you. I know you expected better from me to show you better art, but Ameer uploaded the same image but with an outline. So just go to the next post. I swear, it is the start of a cool saga. I guarantee it. Welcome to another sporadic saga, the question and answer saga. I'm just gonna summarize the questions because I don't want to explain whatever is going on here, even though that's kind of my job. A Twitter poll asked Ameer who was his favorite character from A Hat in Time, to which Ameer replied with Hat Kid, obviously. Donut Doggy asked Ameer who was his favorite freedom fighter, to which Ameer answered, okay, I think we all know the answer here, so say it with me. Sonic el Hedgehog. Hey look, it's like that one Pixar film, but with less tears. Thank you so much, Firos-Kazan. If you feel sorry for him, why are you still sitting on him? Oh, and also thank you very much, Observer1, for publicly humiliating your OC, Mato. This post made me realize that Pokemon technically have blood, whilst also reinstating my fear of vampires and my fear of blood, also known as hemophobia. Grimlock1977 asked Ameer what he thought about Sonic characters jumping over walls, and he clearly loved it. You can see his smile all over that image. But before you call me crazy, I bloody knew it. Bubbles are not fun. Bubbles are bad. I'm pretty sure there was a typo in the title somewhere there, because this is the 4th question and not the 3rd. Ameer has been like 4 years. Fix it already. Steve the Animator asked if Ameer had a girlfriend, to which he answered, no. Now listen, this is the point of the video where I would have made a joke like, haha, I do have a girlfriend, but I would be lying if I said that. As we all know, she broke up with me on Christmas of last year. Moving on, Nonsense Media asked what other franchises Ameer was a fan of, to which he answered Rayman. A Prime Tempress asked Ameer which were his most favorite and his least favorite Sonic games, to which Ameer answered Sonic CD as his favorite game, and for what I know, the game is pretty solid. The music is pretty cool, actually we're listening to it right now, see? Splendid. And for his least favorite Sonic game he answered Sonic Boom, subtitle, something about lyric or something like that. I've never played the game. And the game, yeah, it's rubbish, but at least you can fly as Knuckles, but with a ton of glitches, but you can still fly. They're bloody running like Naruto! Anti-salesman's OCs are running like if they were in bloody Boruto! If you wonder why Knuckles is missing in this image, it's not because Grimlock forgot to request him. No, he's busy just glitching reality and infinitely flying. I told you he can do that with glitches. We've done it, people. We reached image number 200, which is 18% of Ameer's entire catalog, with extras. There's just 900 more to go. Hooray! The images contains Amy as Hercules' niece, Cream as Cinderella, and Blaze as a French in the trench. And we're back to the questions. Damn, I feel like one of those Q&A videos Spanish people do when they just make 3 questions and then they go for like an adventure for like half of the video and then they come back to make like 8 more questions and then they go to an adventure. I miss those times. Estelle at 612 has asked if Ameer has raced against Sonic, can he imitate Mario, and does he have any idea why he hasn't fallen in Dragon yet? To which Ameer replied with, it ended in a tie, that's a spicy meatball, and your grammar sucks, bro. Somehow, somewhere, when, I guess, Ameer was by the coast and he saw the Metal City. That's his name, right? I cannot see it there. I'm pretending to see it there, but it's not really there. Ameer was able to photograph this mysterious metallic island. And that's pretty much it. Metallic island. Bottom text. 3 things. Number 1, never write scripts while low on sleep, otherwise you will read Mega Man X Dive as Mega Man XD I have. Number 2, why is the I in lowercase? And number 3, that's definitely not Miku Vocaloid Hatsune. This is a remake of an out-to-date deviation of Mega Man X's design on Capcom's battle card game. We have nothing to compare it against to, so we'll say that this one is better. Legend says that she's still riding that unicycle up to this day. Warnate Zealous OC, Vera Tam. Bottom text. I don't know if she's a goth or a mime, because if she's a goth, she hates emos, together with darks and punks. Now we have light blue spikier Sonic falling in love with Myrna, the unidentifiable animal. Wanna take a guess of who requested this? Tyrex Amelian. Finally, Robo Chippy! What was Starlow's nickname again in the English version of Buzzer's Inside Story? Oh, hi again, Nonsense Media. I don't think Cinderella ever gets on a giant bubble in the movie. Wait, the one 1368 requested this? And it doesn't contain any My Little Pony humanized characters? Oh my goodness, that is a sign that we're gonna get out of this curse saga soon enough. Wait, why is Tails so bloody proud of his creation in this? And why did he create the bubble gun again? Grimlock, can you walk to the front of the classroom and explain your request, please and thank you? Okay, let's do a fun little gimmick. This image and the next ones are part of a comic issue. So, instead of me just taking several shots of me explaining every page, why don't I just record them in a single take and just go with the flow, okay? So, the first issue of the Comic Boom mini comic series. Size matters. Size does not matter, okay? About the comic itself. So, Tails creates a shrink ray. Why? No reason. And Sonic walks by and is like, hey Tails, how's it going? And Tails like, hey, hello Sonic, and this is my new invention, the shrink ray can shrink people or make them younger. And Sonic's like, cool. Can I use it? And Tails like, no. Why? And so Sonic takes it, accidentally shoots Tails and makes him 10 years younger, making him a teenager. And Tails gets a bit mad at Sonic, understandably, and just shrinks him and puts him in a cage to run in a wheel. And then Tails questions what his girlfriend will think of him now that he's 10 years younger. There's something odd about that, you know. I don't want to talk about that. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Hopefully it doesn't get mentioned in the future comics. According to Ameer, this was a very weird request, and I agree. So let's pretend this never happened, it is a non-canon image, and we'll move on and never talk about it ever again. I don't understand those humanoid Pokemon OCs are given 10% more human traits for no reason, and I'm gonna be honest with you, those things keep me at night every Friday night when I usually try to sleep. Well, time to ask a Prima Tempress about the lore of her OC. Fun fact, she was the first person to heat a blade up to 1000 degrees Celsius just to cut oranges and toothpaste and whatever for easy views on youtube.com. We've reached the second issue of the Comic Boom mini comics made by Ameer, Grimlock, featuring ejoy's OCs. And this one has bubbles. Hooray! Well, the story starts with Tails, who is still 10 years younger and in a date with his girlfriend, who is most likely an adult and okay, I think what I said on the previous comic was a lie. This is mentioned. That's a bit awkward. So Amy, who was overseeing this, just wonders if she could go on a date with Sonic, and she wants to prevent Sonic from fleeing because of what Sonic does. And she goes to Pablito's standoff random stuff, and she gets for free a bubble wand that she uses to capture Sonic in a bubble after capturing the orange Sonic character in a bubble. I don't know what her name is. And as I said, she captures Sonic in a bubble and forces him on a date on the beach. The end. Let's pretend the beginning never happened. Please and thank you. So this is Ameer's lawyer that he's going to use whenever he takes me to court, because I'm using all of his images without his permission. Well, technically, this falls under fair use. Plus, I've created Ameer in the description as well as in the introduction of this video. Plus, all of the other people whose art is also featured in this video are also created in the description down below, at the very top. So you can do anything, Ameer. This is fair use. And also, sorry, I was gonna ask for permission all the way back in March when I sent you a DM on Twitter, but you never replied. Yeah, that's. I just started using that as a joke, so thank you for not replying. Now I have a funny joke. Oh, and before I forget, are your drones still out there? Delightful, they are still out there. The more they evolve, the more I fear them. Especially because there's 3 of them outside of my door at this exact moment, holding metal pipes to beat me up with them whenever they get in. But the only thing stopping them is my plot armor and my door's lock. Without it I will be dead. And in this duo of comics we can see Ameer just, playing some games on his computer, then Sonic.exe appears behind him, Ameer just twacks him, And before Sonic.exe has a chance to attack him, Ameer just says delete until he's dead. Just like my Jinjang orb in my top 1 video. I hate that game. Kids of the audience that shouldn't be here, cover your eyes in this exact moment. This is too edgy for you, alright? Okay, now, all of the cool people who are over the age of 13, let's discuss which Undertale ending is the most overrated. For some reason the cover of this comic was uploaded after the comic itself, so we're gonna analyze it backwards, first comic then cover. So the story starts with Knuckles with flowers giving them to character who I forgot their name. And Tails is just watching and he's like, I wish I could give my girlfriend who groomed me like once in this series of comics a special gift of flowers. And then Green Tails comes by and he's like, hey Tails, I heard you need flowers for your gal. And Tails is like, who are you? And he's like, this is not important. And then this happens. What is this? Not really. What's going on in this panel? The Green Tails gives Tails a bouquet of roses, and then Tails goes to his gal and is like, hey Zoe, her name is Zoe, right? And gives her the flowers and he's like, hey. This is too stupid. And so he's like, oh, I got a gift for you too. And then inflation happens. And then the Green Tails that disappeared in the previous page like, ha ha ha, Lemao. And the name of this comic, Special Flowers. This is a fever dream. Wonderful. This year's Harvest is gonna be so plentiful, especially thanks to this new scarecrow. It's gonna scare those pesky crows with eating me crops. Would you guys believe me if I told you I don't really know what zombots are? I've seen art of them before. I'm not gonna lie. But the concept itself, yeah, it's a thing, I guess. Can someone explain it to me? Oh wait, guys, it's Nodi! It's Nodi! Do you guys remember Nodi? Did you know gaming? Zero is the ultimate creation of Dr. Wily. Sorry for spoilers for Mega Man X4. Despite that game being 26 years old, I did not mean to spoil it. Did I mention that the reason all of these comics are spooky theme related is because this is being uploaded in October? Just read the bloody, pun intended, description! This image right here is a belated birthday gift that Ameer made for one of his favorite YouTubers at the time, Kid Luigi, who I didn't know existed until I started writing the script in March, so sorry man, I didn't know your content exists. I'll probably watch it someday. This other image right here is a dedicatory made by Ameer for Mario the Music Box, as it reached its 4th anniversary of being released. Sadly, it is the last image of the Mario the Music Box saga. I know it's weird saying that one of the most prominent sagas at the beginning is already over, but that's how it is. At least we had a lot of cool art with this saga, so long. Mario the Music Box saga. Fun fact, this was Ameer's 200th image on 2019. Now you understand why he has over 1100 images throughout his entire career on DeviantArt. About the image itself, Nicole Wiley was hired by Capcom to work on Mega Man X9, and she pulled a self-insert. I'm also sorry for the spoiler for Mega Man X9, but I've been given part of the story by some developers of Capcom. So, in Mega Man X9, what happens is...
この映像の閲覧は禁止されています。視聴中止。すぐにサイトから離れてください。株式会社カプコンはあなたを見守っています。
For all of you Maverick Hunter Nicole fans out there, here's a wallpaper of her. Here we have a new wallpaper for all of you wallpaper fans out there. And it also works to advertise Ameer's new raffle as he reached 116 watches on DeviantArt. Basically, if you enter, you have a chance of getting your OC in a wallpaper like this. But that's not gonna be revealed until a bit later on in this video, so keep that in the back of your mind for a bit, alright? Oh no, they become their expansion! The end of times is near! It's Nodi! It's Nodi, he's back! I almost forgot about him. But he's back! It's him! This is getting out of bloody control! There's another one this soon? Okay, I should probably find something to barricade my door in case there's another drone image. Can somebody help me move this? Rover, please. Okay, well, I tried to move this. Here's a fun fact about this image. It was made in Blender. You don't believe me? Okay, here's some proof. See? Okay, now help me move this. I give up on trying to move that bookshelf. Oh, hey, look, it's Celeste. Celeste? What do you say her name again? Oh, look, it's a more human form, and she's holding a cassette tape. That's nice. We are reaching the end of the year 2019. That's obvious. Ameer and Grimlock are working on another comic for their Sonic Boom mini-comic series, and this one is for Christmas. We'll see that a bit later on, but first I want to say, despite me somewhat complaining about this section being really long and me being tired of writing the script, or recording all of this several times, I can't help but just feel a bit sad, because I know that after I finish doing this video, I will never see most of these images again. It's just a strange feeling of nostalgia, you get me? If you wonder why Ameer's in a tuxedo, it's because he's attending Star Lizard's wedding. Now, if somebody didn't get drunk as hell and tried to jump over the cake whilst doing a somersault, and horribly failing, falling on top of the cake, breaking the table, and probably a couple of other things, then don't tell me about the wedding, because it wasn't fun. This is why I associate with the classic era of Ameer's art style. From the coloring, to the shading, to the posing, to the lighting, everything. This is just the pure representation of what I think is his classic art style. And also I really like this drawing, but for some reason I haven't favored it yet in 4 years. I should probably get to do that sometime around. The reason I didn't include this on the Omodol saga is because Amy is not really hypnotized or brainwashed or anything of that style to think she's an Omodol. She's just dressed like one. And if you wonder why Ameer did this, it's a joke! Do you remember that art raffle that Ameer made when he reached 116 watches on DeviantArt? Well, eBeta 2 won, and his OC, Sukanko, is now on a wallpaper. Hooray! I know I might beat 259 posts in, but can I have your autograph, please? I told you that Ameer's game would come out someday. Here's another leak that Ameer himself posted. Does that count as a leak? Oh my goodness, that thing is long! Okay, time to do a secret technique of, zooming in and scrolling it while I tell the story. So, Tails, on the night before Christmas, is reading a book, and then decides to go to sleep because his friends are coming because Christmas. And before going to sleep, he remembers his friend Cosmo, who died and Sonic wasn't able to save them. And before Tails goes to sleep, he sees through the window a shooting star and wishes to the shooting star that his friend Cosmo could be back for the holidays. And then, to be continued, I was gonna say the end, but no, to be continued, probably, I'm not really sure. Oh, Star Lizard, why is this too spiky? Everybody knows that SAN stands for Steven after not surviving. Do I have to repeat it? I'm gonna be a nostalgia buster for a minute or two. Everybody knows that the old generation Reploids are way better than the rubbish of the new generation Reploids. Change my mind, I bloody dare ya. I'm gonna continue with my rant of being a nostalgia bastard. New generation Reploids are not cool, unlike the old generation Reploids. I mean, technically, all of the events of the Mega Man X series are because of old generation 1's, Sigma. I think he was an old generation 1, and all of the Mavericks are as well. They're still better. This is just a side boss picture of Amy Rose. It's been a while since the last Omodol picture, hasn't it? Again? Why are the eyes in lowercase? What is a nightmare? And also shout out to a person whose username I cannot pronounce. Let me just check it real quick. Bilo Basildeya. Shout out to Bilo Basildeya. That's a funky username. And now there's human drones as well! What's next? Toho drone? Alright. And this, ladies and gentlemen, friends of people who want to beat me up with metal pipes, is the last image that Ameer uploaded on 2019 and on the previous decade. A neon wallpaper. I know I said it before, but I feel some nostalgia towards these images, as these were the first ones that I saw of Ameer when I discovered him in March 2019. And I really cannot explain why they caused me such a feeling of nostalgia. Maybe just because I'm stuck to the past or something like that. But it was nice seeing them again after so many years. And before I start crying from, nostalgia, how about we go into the next section, the 2020 section. Thank you so much for being with me throughout this section, and I hope you enjoy the next one. There's no drones. There's no drones. Okay. One there? No. Okay, I think I'm safe. Hello. Again, 2019 was a nice year, wasn't it? I would say it's my favorite year in Ameer's history on DeviantArt, but I really don't know what's my favorite year in his DeviantArt career. I mean, I like 2019, but also 2020, but also 2021, but also 2022 and 2023. 2018, no. No, not really. It's too amateur for my liking. I'm sorry. Well, like I did before starting the 2019 section, let me summarize you the 2019 section as well. Let's say. The eras that characterized this year were the amateur, the old, and the classic eras. It had 223 images, 1 GIF, consisting of a total of 224 deviations throughout the entire year. That's a ton! Seriously, how do you upload 224 deviations in a single year? But that doesn't concern us at the moment. What concerns us are the sagas. The Quillhair saga, which concluded, the Reploid saga, the Meme saga, which concluded, I guess, the Remake saga, the Underroom saga, the Sketches saga, the Mario, the Music Box saga, that has concluded. Thank you, Mario the Music Box, we will remember you. Well, the saga, not game. You get the idea. The Gibbs saga, the Omodol saga, the Other Drone saga. I feel like there's been a ton of images related to hypnosis and brainwashing and such throughout the year, but I mean, it's probably nothing to be worried about. As I said, probably nothing to worry about. The Request saga, the My Little Pony saga, the Artrade saga, the Bubble saga, the Sonic Boom saga, the First Your Character Here saga, which also concluded, the Meatball saga, which only lasted for like 3 images, the Commission saga, my favorite saga, or I'd say it's on my top 3, it's like commissions, remasters, and one that I don't want to mention at the moment. The second Your Character Here saga, which also concluded, the AmeerAshourDraws saga, the Classic Design saga, the first Q&A saga, which concluded, the Ink saga, and lastly, the Reward saga, which was featured on a single post throughout the entire year. Woo! Without any further ado, let's get into Ameer's 2020 art, and somehow survive through its over 100 images again. There's still a ton of images in 2020. Oh, and also, if my hair changes between this introduction and the first commentary, I got a haircut. It's not gonna be that big of a change, it's gonna be barely noticeable, so don't worry about it. And now we're actually getting into the 2020 stuff. Let's go. After winning Grimlock's competition, Shatkun got a drawing of xzoise made by Ameer. And if you look closely, you can notice that he's wearing a shirt and he's not just walking around with a bare chest. Did I say spiky a while back? I meant to say, Oi, Star Lizard, why is this nightmare inducing fuel? You know what? We are adding a second counter, the AmeerAshourDraws counter. That way, I will know what is the max number of drones that will try to obliterate me by the end of this madness. Now, for the commentary related to the post. Ameer said that he had exams the day after this deviation was uploaded. I propose the following question to Ameer. Why didn't you give your drones a couple of signs with the answers to the exams questions in them? That way you can make your drones stand inside of your classroom, near a window, sit near the said window, and whenever you're struggling, you just make your drones show you the answer with the signs. I'm not even gonna question why the Sonic team got mad at that roast Amy mod when there's way worse stuff on the internet. Don't believe me? Well, you should, because I'm not gonna sit here and tell you about the hellhole that is the Sonic fandom for the next 2 hours. That's too much for a regular lad like me. According to the description of this post, Ameer said that he did this mostly because he really, and I mean it, really liked that Roche Amy design. Ameer, snap out of it. Don't get involved into another fad that is going to last anywhere from 2 to 4 months. Let me get it. You can get her saber by just getting every single collectible in the game and switching to her in the second final boss stage, right before the mini boss, beating the mini boss with her, and boom, you get her saber. Or am I wrong? You might say that there's only one difference between this image and Empire 1, but don't be fooled. Oh, no, as there are 2 differences between this image and Empire 1. Number 1, she lacks her hat in this one. And number 2, you cannot download this one as easily as the first one. With the first one, click download. No. In this one, right click, save image as, enter. I got to be honest with you, people watching this video, I'm having quite a wonderful day today. There's not a lot of drones out there, it was very sunny today, and there's just nothing that can ruin my mood. Well, I should probably get to analyze a couple of images, so... Oh god, inflation! I would honestly sell my soul to anyone just to finish this godforsaken video. I thought it wouldn't take me that long, but then I had to redo the script several times, then several re-edits, then record this and do several reshots, and there's the fact that some of those takes didn't have this microphone, so there's only the camera audio, which is not as good as my camera with this microphone, and then there's the editing, which is, oh my goodness, just the worst part. So, any ancestral beings watching this, I will give you my soul, as long as you make me able to finish this as soon as possible. Please, I beg of you. Another trade between Ameer and a deleted DeviantArt user, priorly known as DA-is-trash. Since that guy's account has been, well, purged from the site, we have no clue of what his part of the art trade was, so we only have Ameer's part, which is Matt having a death wish as he's very close to an ashore drone. Let's play a little game, shall we? I want you to guess the number of posts in which Holy is doing anything but posing or staring at a telescreen, and it has to be the Holy from our dimension, no alternative reality Holies. This is known as foreshadowing. Hooray! The obligatory bubble image has been uploaded to this request marathon. Let me cross that element off my list of obligatory elements for every single request marathon done by Ameer. And here we have... Okay, let me just check her username again. I don't want people telling me that I said her name wrong several times in this video, so I'm just gonna search her up in my trusty computer. A Primarina Temptress. A Primarina Temptress. Okay, that should be easy to remember. Okay. There we go. Easy. And here we have a Primarine Temptress's fusion of her 2 Pokemon OCs. It's like that Pokemon Fusion website that every single streamer has showcased at least once in the stream and re-uploaded to YouTube Shorts, in which they fuse every single Pokemon with Gardevoir because the average Pokemon fan wants to bang a Gardevoir. Behold! A Chentry! Wait, a Sentry? A Kentry. Jose, your new name is Jose now. I have no clue what is happening on this image. I could ask the commissioner for information about this, but There's one more issue. Faith Howler, the commissioner of this, deleted their account, so that's no longer an option. Well, if you, the viewer, know what is happening here, please tell me so I can properly analyze this image. I honestly believe that this image was some sort of remake of a previous image, so I checked the 2018 and 2019 image folders and find nothing. I think that's weird, so I checked the script just in case I had skipped something. I go to the 2018 section, check, nothing. 2019, nothing, there was no missing numbers. So I got a bit worried, so I searched the name Reaching for the Stars on Ameer's gallery. Nothing. So, what's the point of the again in the title? How dare you not even mention Sonic Man? If you claim that 06 is not bad, then make a mention of Sonic Man. I bloody dare you, Ameer. This teaser right here is for a future installment in the Sonic Boom comic series made by Ameer and Grimlock. In this teaser we see Eggman having the most peaceful and the nicest interaction with Cubot and Orbot as he waits for that rotten hedgehog to show up. You thought we would pass 100 images without another remake? Think again, chocolates. Oh, hi again, Kieran Harris. Oh no, Tails has become a national and a copycat of Shadow the Hedgehog. Now he's gonna say racist stuff in his own game too. I have to agree with Ameer right here. This casual outfit really fits her nicely. Before I give my commentary on this image and the next one, let me finish the Zero series first. Mostly because I still don't know what bloody Mega Merch is. 4 words. Kirby 64 wallpaper. No, those are 3 words. And now there's a short drone specialized for water environments. My plan to escape via river has been compromised. Heroic Mischief Makers OC. Macy. No bottom text this time, I ran out of budget for that joke. Allow me to quote and modify some sentences that Super Apache Wolf said in his What the Internet Did to Undertale video. The rate at which this stuff hits the net and transforms into something else is staggering. Just look at Shadow the Hedgehog, an important and main character of the Sonic series. Somebody saw Shadow and thought, I wonder how he'd looked as a human, which led to Shadow the Human or Human Shadow. And then somebody else saw that concept and thought, I wonder how he'd look like if he were a gal, which led to Femme Human Shadow. And now Ameer came and said, I wonder how Femme Human Shadow would look like a robot. And here we are. With, and let me read the name because I'm more certainly gonna get this wrong if I don't read it. Robotized, humanized, female Shadow. This is a fan character of a fan character of a fan character of an original character. There's been a trend in this last Pokemon related post in which Ameer calls himself a Pokemon idiot. But here are my 2 cents. Tell me, what the hell is a Primarina? See? Who's the idiot now, eh? Wait, that's not good. No comment. Wait. Is this what this is all about? Ameer just turns into a hypnosis artist? Another Hypno King artist? Just like many others before him, they attach people to their art via VooBart. People watch his art and they begin to favorite every drawing he posts. That the fine line that divides their free time and the time they spend watching his art starts to blur so much it becomes non-existent. Just like how so much people are attached to the internet. Oh my goodness. All people will become mindless followers of Ameer. Remember they rolled your character here? Ameer started turning people into mindless drones since 2019. By submitting you to insert your character into his drone network, a lot of us were caught in this spider's web, and the end goal became clear with the introduction of the AmeerAshourDraws. AAD. Almighty Ashore Dominator. Total control over all realities. Why would Ameer start making so many requests, no matter how bizarre they were, with his request log campaign?
Why else would the AmeerAshourDraws be named after him? The almighty Ashore Dominator is trying to convert everyone into a watcher or a drone of his. How many times do I have to repeat it? Hypnosis doesn't work on me. Oh, and good news. This is image number 300, which means that we've analyzed so far 27.27% of all of Ameer's gallery. Just 800 more to go. Here's a very special message to that little fragment of the Pokemon fanbase. Put your trousers back on unless you want me to beat you up with a brick, an aluminium bat and a foldable chair. Please and thank you. Oh, and robotized, humanized, femme shadow mention. That image is now way more canon than it used to be. I may have lied at the beginning, not every single deviation that Ameer has uploaded is a image, as some of them, especially during this year, are, journals. But don't worry, I have experience with analyzing writings anyways, so let's get to reading this. The world is at peace. Kids play outside with friends, or inside with their consoles. Teens are stressed out because they have to do that one final assignment that they were meant to do 6 weeks ago, but they spend all of that time procrastinating, and fast food workers are being paid minimum wage. And amidst this utopian-like world, a mysterious island emerges in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. An island nobody had seen before, and it was called Mobius. Just like the world where several Sonic-related media happening, not the funky mathematical strip. It is unknown to us who or what inhabits that island, but what we can take for certain is that somebody claims to have seen an aeroplane with a spiky silhouette passing by the island. What is this silhouette? Well, that's something for another occasion, because this is just the beginning of the Mario Sonic fusion, AmeerAshour. Don't confuse him with AmeerAshour, the guy who draws hypnotized gals on DeviantArt. Remember this one drawing Ameer made back in 2019 that was just a sketch that he later inked and colored and blah blah, that was of this form of AmeerRose? Well, she's back, and not in a pop form, but we'll see more of her and her backstory in a later post. Curly Brace from Cape Story is now on AmeerAshourDraws, and if Destiny wasn't laughing from my tragedy, she's a warrior AmeerAshourDraws, which means that I'm 10 times more fucked. On other news that don't involve me barricading my door, overlocking my window, and protecting that air vent, Ameer said that he's going to do a time-lapse of how he did this image. It's a spin paint basically, not a time-lapse. Why did he call it a time-lapse? But like that one guy said in his Super Mario 64 iceberg, more on that later. This is nothing more than a sketch drawing of Ameer's OC, Ameer. His name is still Ameer. It's not revered yet. Ameer. New month, new Ameer. Wait, is that a different design from the one I've been calling classic all this time? No, they're the same. My eyes are just fooling me. And here's the third picture featuring AmeerAshour in the same pose, but now in a wallpaper and from his bust up. Pretty cool, right? And here's Ameer's entry for Grimlock's Sonic X Tangle contest. No, wait. Sonangle. That's the right name. Sonangle contest. Now you may be asking me, what is this contest all about? I don't know. I wasn't able to find any deviation that Grimlock posted related to this, and I'm not about to go into the rabbit hole known as Grimlock 3000 posts. Funnily enough, this image is number 310. Get it? March 10th. Mario Day. This is just like L is real 2401. Luigi was real after 24 years and 1 month of the game being released in Japan. That's pretty amazing. And in this post we see Ameer converting someone into an AmeerAshourDraws. Now, I don't think anybody would fall for this and actually be turned into an AmeerAshourDraws. But if we check the comments we can see that 10 people actually turned into AmeerAshourDraws. And the most recent one is from 2 weeks ago. What kind of kinky hellhole is this? Over here we see the updated design for the AmeerAshourDraws uniforms. Wait, is that a male uniform for AmeerAshourDraws? You're telling me that guys can also be AmeerAshourDraws?
I'm just... You'll never catch me alive!
Shy 11's Android OC. Jolene. Bottom text. Now with the prefix commission. Say hello to Pico Rose, After Eggman and a mysterious foe from the future. Sigma, do you really think that any other villain will get a spotlight? Sorry, my throat is a bit dry. After those two kidnapped Sonic and his pals and turned them into replica versions of themselves, Pico Rose was assigned to hijack a TV station inside of a carnival. Now, why is there a TV station in the middle of a carnival? I don't know, and we'll probably never know. But Ameer went to said carnival to stop Pico Rose's, well, mischievous activities, which may or may not include broadcasting a signal with a virus that can brainwash people who are watching said TV station at the time of the incident. Once Ameer beat Pico Rose and saved the original Amy Rose, he pulled a Zero Technique Learn and gained the ability to charge his All-Star Hammer, do a somersault in the air with his hammer, and do a hoo-ha-ho with his hammer again. Who's that Pokemon? It's Starlitza in sketch form! What's that? Starlitza sketch is evolving? Oh, to right. Holy! The Starlitza sketch evolving to fully color and detailed Starlitza! The drawing is good and all, but there's one small issue that I have with it. Her eyes. There's something uncanny on her irises. Heck, her eyes could suck up souls if she wanted to. I bet she caused the erasure incident and gave all of the souls and the blame to Berkana. And over here we have... Devon 1316-8's design of a My Little Pony pony. Now, what are the differences between his design and the original design? I don't know, nor I don't care, and let's just move on. Nonsense Media requested an image of Cream dressed like a princess. Now, when I first saw this image, I thought she ruled over a, well, made-up kingdom with a very absurd name like Sarasaland. Luckily that place doesn't exist, right? A Prism Temptress's OC, Rosie Spark, a Raichu who is a police officer. Now let's keep this between you and me. Nobody told her that I pirated a lot of NES, SNES, PlayStation 1 and Game Boy Advance games, okay? Thank you. And here we have Ameer's side of an artwork with Gaming Core 459, in which it depicts Gaming Core 459's unnamed C, which we'll be calling Wendy for only once because I never mentioned her in this, well, commentary again. And she's a Grounder doll, which is based on Ameer's Omo dolls. Are you confused yet with the classification of drones? No? Okay. It's gonna get a lot more confusing in the future. That's all I'm gonna tell you. The one 1316-8 requested yet another request related to My Little Pony. In this one we see a Sonic C-Fight, is that a word? Is that a term? Sonic C-Fight pony from My Little Pony shaking hands with Sonic the Hedgehog. Shout out to the image for lagging Ameer's drawing program while he was finishing it. Something I really fear is checking Devon's profile and just seeing collection after collection after collection of My Little Pony art. Actually, I've never checked his profile now that I think about it. I could do that, I have it open right here for convenience. It can't be that bad, right? Let's just take a quick look. I don't know what to say. I'm being honest with you. There was collection after collection after collection after collection of My Little Pony OCs. And at some point, I feel like it was infinite. How does he have 6,000 deviations? What the hell is wrong with people? This piece right here was made on Ameer's family iPad with Sketchbook as a test. Now, the HUD and the tree are... they are not the best. The HUD could be better, the roof is a bit janky. And the tree is a little better, but those branches don't help it a lot, but they still look good. Now, what I really like of this image is the gorgeous sky. It's a wonderful dusk, in my opinion. I just really like how the colors blend to just signify, well, represent, not signify, that the sun is going down. It's a really amazing dusk. And the stars just, they are an amazing touch, and it's bloody gorgeous. Thanks to the request made by Star Vagrant of xzoise, Frost and Golden Lily, we can confirm that there are also male Omo dolls. And Omo dolls are made when somebody's stabbed in the back with a key. Don't mind me, I'm just getting something important. This is a pillow and it's a bit hard. So I'm not doing anything important, you know, I'm just sipping this up. It's this is completely normal. Don't stop looking at me weird. Okay, maybe if I try from the other side. Get out. This is completely unscripted, by the way. Well, kind of. I had an idea for a joke, and well, this is the result. Get in. Okay. There we go. Okay, we're doing it. Perfect. I am now invincible. Try to stab me with a key now, and it will just bounce right off because of this wonderful pillow. The dromination. That's terrible, but also funny at the same time from how terrible it is. On our news, I still remember when this request by a Prism River Tempress was uploaded, which both gives me a feeling of nostalgia and, well, a fear, since 2020 was 3 years ago, and just saying that out loud makes my blood freeze. And before we move on to the next post, I just want to say, Ameer said that Chara was included in this as a punishment for scaring him after he played the genocide route on Undertale. Now, I said in this video way long ago that I would kick Chara in the face for jump scaring me in 2016. So Ameer, hear me out. What if we make a small alliance for the time being, we leave our differences aside, and we kick Chara in the face, or pimp slap her, you choose. It's an alliance, you're part of this alliance as well. What are you saying? I know this will sound crazy and unbelievable from my part, but I have no clue of what happens in Sonic and the Black Knight, if I'm being honest with you. Everything after Adventure 2 is just a fuzzy memory of some sorts. I know there were 3 advanced games, or they happened at the same time, I think. Oh, there was Sonic Unleashed, with its dating sim looking version for the PS2 and the Wii. Generations eventually came. Shadow the Hedgehog has its own game. Forces happened. Mania was good from what I remember. And Tails VTuber God came down from the heavens to fix the Sonic timeline, or that's what I'm told. And there's still a question that reckons to my mind. What is Sonic and the Black Knight all about? Can someone just please tell me what happens in that game? At this point I feel like I should just already make the wallpaper saga, but nah. Not everything has to be a saga, you know? Okay, yeah, I did make a saga for 2 posts called the Meme Saga, and a small saga for Ameer's meatball design, just to poke fun at him. But not everything has to be a saga, you know? Plus, I'm the one writing the script, so what are you gonna do? Send more drones to my room or my house and try to beat me up with metal pipes? Please don't. Remember when 23 posts ago, Ameer released a Curly as an AmeerAshourDraws image and said that he would release a timelapse for it? Well, here it is! On his Instagram. Link in the description for those interested. Mostly because I don't trust those video downloading sites, as I don't want my cookies stolen. Our trade with Kyle Rock Socks 210 10. That's a funky username. Kyle Rocks Socks. What's that? It's just the OC. Now, I have something very important to ask you, viewer. What the hell is a meerkat? A meerkat? No, meerkat. Wait. According to my research, which was just translating meerkat from English to Spanish, it's una suricata. Devon requested this. Do I have to say anything more about it? And this request right here was made by... Holy shit, Chaos Overlords? The Walrus guy? Well, yeah, I know he's also the Lunar Empire guy, but the Waffles guy sounds so much cooler! What was I going on about again? Alright. xzoise and Overlord's Inkling Sona, not to confuse with a Chico Sona, as Omo dolls, a Prismarine Tempresses OC, a Cupid Lopony. This is a no for my part. I hear you say, throw me your best characters! Oh yeah, Ameer? Catch this scary plushie. Wait... You meant it in a figurative way? Here's Kirby. And this piece right here exists because Camila X saw Ameer's original 2019 Bonnie Iris deviation and decided to make her own version on it, and it looks like this. And Ameer saw this and said, that's pretty cool, here. Take this version as a way to say thank you, and that's how we ended with this. A take on something Ameer did. That sounds fun to say 3 times quickly. A take on a take on a take on a take. And this is the previous drawing, but on digital and colored. And before we move on, do I count the previous one as a sketch or not? Because it didn't say sketch in the title. I'll figure it out on the editing part. An archer with LJY Gengar, featuring Corina, the leader of the Shalor City Gym. And as we can see, she spun a bit too much and got a little bit dizzy. Why is there a tornado coming out of her head? Isn't that just Queen Sectonia from Triple Deluxe? I went to the requesters page, ABDL Direct, to, find an explanation for this, and sorry, I just got a bit grossed out for what I was about to say. There's a lot of diaper and inflation fetish art, so we'll just leave it as another request and never touch this ever again, and I hope that I never see that guy on a post again, or anything again. I hope I don't see that guy again, okay? Don't miss tonight's ballet performance featuring Capricorn DM 455's OCs in a once-in-a-lifetime show. Sieglinde, do I say it like German? Sieglinde, Sieglinde, the Capricorn, and what's her name again? Temperancia, the Orca, in a ballet performance without a name because we weren't paid enough to give it a name, and we also aren't very creative to name something like this. Wait, are you still writing what I'm saying? Fidos Kazam, could you try to explain the logic behind your request? I don't think 4 balloons are, light enough to carry the entire weight of an anthropomorphic squirrel to, take her on a fly across the sky like if she were Shaquille O'Neal after being... after Chris Angels made him levitate. What happens when Ameer and Grimlock use 106% of their power to create an OC? You get Naomi the Cyber Hedgehog, of course. Imagine she's Iris from the Mega Man X series, but Sonixified and 40% angrier. Ruby, most commonly known as Ruby Lemon Limeades, or if you're running out of time, Ruby's avatar run by Ameer, in a post also titled Ruby. Now, with this deviation known as Ruby, we've entered the late classic era. This is not really an era, it's more like a transition period because I wasn't able to pinpoint an exact deviation to call neoclassic and one to just call the end of classic, so late classic, just a mixture of both styles. Also, the original beginning of this era was post 378, but I'll tell you why I changed it to this post once we get to that post, okay? Get ready for the upcoming and incredible trilogy of images known as a Prismo Tempest's 3 Pokemon OCs. Now, in this first image we see a Vaporeon magician known as Stephanie. Now, kind viewers, if any of you wants to post the beautiful Vaporeon copy pasta, I will kick you in the face if you do so. So I'm watching you, don't you dare. Why did nobody tell me that Valentine's Day was changed to April and October? If you told me so, I would have decorated this room with, you know, more red stuff and pink stuff and whatever other color schools make you dress in because of Valentine's Day. Okay, so it should be simple, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. So there's 3 main types of drones for the time being: regular drones, Omo dolls, and AmeerAshourDraws, right? Okay, sounds simple. And from Omo dolls came Grounder dolls. Okay, easy. And AmeerAshourDraws, there's the regular kind, but now there's also the WiiSportsRemote. Okay, and now the AmeerAshourDraws. Okay, this is not getting complicated. Okay, so apparently these things, how do I say this? They are like an AmeerAshourDrawn and an Omo doll at the same time, and they can be turned into either of those, but they are not completely bound to a certain task or set of tasks, and they just want you to make them do stuff. Okay. AmeerAshourDraws, diamond dolls, not drones, apparently can also have keys on their back. This is not confusing at all, I swear. And it only took Ameer 346 posts to draw and post this drawing of Zero in his Mega Man Zero design. Now, in between us, he has a way cooler and way nicer drawing of Zero in his Mega Man Zero style in a future post, so just wait for that one, it looks amazing. I don't know about you, but I have a nagging suspicion that Ameer really likes Iris from the Mega Man X series. I don't know what's screaming that to me, but it could be the fact that Ameer has stated several times in his descriptions that he really likes Iris, the fact that he has drawn her a lot of times, or the fact that his and Grimlock's shared OC, Naomi the Cyber Hedgehog, is based on Iris. But hey, that's just a theory. A farthest theory. The following story is a bit too long, so I'm going to also make a really long analysis or commentary on it. And I'm gonna have to memorize it all or just try to do my best with it. I'm gonna put a time mark on screen if you want to skip it because it's, again, a bit too long, so for those who want to see me trying to memorize the script and comment on it, well, you're welcome to this. And to those who want to skip it, again, the time mark, and I'll see you in a bit. Previously on AmeerAshour Origins, a mysterious island was spotted in the middle of the Pacific Ocean called Mobius, and a silhouette of an aeroplane with a spike figure behind the propeller were spotted on the island. Welcome to episode 1, the AmeerAshourDraws. Now, time to recheck post 128 because I think that canon is still canon and it tells what happens in between the prologue and this episode. So yeah, go check that one and I'll wait for you for a moment or two. You're back? Sweet. Okay, now, on to the first episode, the AmeerAshourDraws. Now that the Eggman threat is non-existent, Ameer, Sonic and Sonic's friends can all live in a peaceful harmony until Eggman decides to come with another robot and take the 7 Chaos Emeralds and fire a death beam from a space station made by his grandfather, General Robotnik. I think I'm describing Adventure 2. I'm describing Adventure 2, okay. This is not Adventure 2, this is AmeerAshour Origins, okay? Okay. So, peace. Except not really, because there's one individual who always tries to get her gloved hands on Ameer's knickknacks, machinery, equipment, or whatever he can come up with. An invention. That being Rouge the Bat. She wants to steal Ameer's gadgets to try to get her hands on the Master Emerald. But Ameer always spots her in time and kicks her out of his garage before she steals something. And Ameer's getting quite tired of this, so he decides to, well, test a new invention on her to make her see who she's dealing with. It's a beautiful day outside. Ameer returns home from a light run with his pal Sonic, and once he announces that he's back, his friend and pal and robot companion, Startron, based on Starlo from the Mario & Luigi series, comes and greets him. And Ameer tells him that he and Sonic just had a small and light marathon of 1,000 kilometers. 1,000 kilometers? Alright, hear me out to picture how many 1,000 kilometers are. They are 1 million meters. Doesn't sound like much, right? Well, Mexico, from north to south in a straight line, and in the longest straight line, is 3,200 kilometers. Ameer and Sonic ran 1/3 of Mexico's distance from its northernmost to southernmost point in a straight line. And in less than an hour, because Ameer says that both of them can run at the speed of sound. Now, the maximum velocity of the speed of sound is 1,234.8 kilometers per hour. Anywho, Ameer and Startron continue their chit-chat for a little while until Ameer decides to check Discord to see if he has any new messages from his pal Sonic. To his surprise, he has no new messages from Sonic. Instead, he got a message from his friend Holy. And yes, that Holy who has only stared at the TV screen and posed twice, I think. And there's some other stuff that Ameer said about Holy in this story. Primarily that she's 19 and married. Married? And at 19? Okay, fine. Okay. I'm gonna use a story for this. My grandparents are from the 1920s. Almost 100 years ago. Well. And they fled Jalisco and went to Mexico City in the 1940s. Now, this must have been after 1944, 1945, but before 1947. So there's like a 3-year period in which they fled. Now, fun fact, they were in their early 20s, and they were not even married when they fled. They only got married once my aunt was about to be born in 1947, which makes them at least 23 or 24 when they got married, and Holy's already married at 19. Okay, did Holy's parents pull the second oldest trick in the book of, European monarchs and just arrange her marriage when she was 3? I should probably continue analyzing the story before I start making theories of how Holy got married at the age of 19 or possibly 18th. Continuing with the story. Yay. Ameer and Holy started a small chat based on Ameer's and Sonic's run of 1,000 kilometers. Okay, continue. We're leaving the 1,000 kilometers on the side and all of that stuff. The story is the important thing, okay? Okay. And Holy tells Ameer about that one occasion when Ameer turned her into an Omo doll and asked him if he could turn him into an Omo doll again. Ameer says, sure, sounds cool. And they agree that they would do it tomorrow. Well, tomorrow for the story, not tomorrow, today, because that happened like 3 years ago, 3 years ago, or more. A long time ago, in a very not distant, in a very close galaxy. This is a Star Wars reference, god damn it. Once the conversation ended, Ameer closed his tablet and headed to the garage to prepare some stuff for tomorrow. Then Startron came and asked Ameer what they were talking about, to which Ameer replied that, well, Holly's coming tomorrow and she's going to be turned into a normal doll again. And Startron, sarcastically, called Ameer, what do you call him again? A twisted-minded individual who corrupts people for the fun of it. It was something like that. And I have never agreed with a fictional character to that level before, even if it was sarcasm. Ameer replied to Startron that he only does this for fun, and Startron just gave a sigh of relief as he was thanked that Ameer wasn't like that chaotic crocodile. Which actually gives me a wonderful idea. I challenge every single DeviantArt user with the capabilities of bending others' will to, well, comply with their own will, aka hypnotize them, mind control them, or brainwash them via robotization, mechanization, gadgets such as visors or pendants or whatever, magic, or heck, even your own stare. I challenge all of you to send me the best of your best. You can send me some of your empire or an entire armada of Tails KO drones. Your entire Lunar Empire armada. It's like, what, they're like 4 people? I can probably take them on. Carnal, ambos estamos en México, no te cuesta nada, y si te cuesta, yo te lo pago. Mándalo por paquetería FedEx o transportes Castores, no hay bronca, yo te lo pago. Nomás mándame como a 4 hipnotizados y les voy a dar un zape, yo que sé. Okay, now that I humiliated myself on the web with a very stupid comment that everybody will mock me for the next 7 years of my life, let's continue analyzing the story. Ameer then shows Startron his latest invention, the Mental Visor, trademark Beta. Now, these visors are somewhat unique. They're not your standard wireless or they have a giant tube connected to them. No, these ones have USB ports at each side of their ears. So as soon as Ameer brainwashes them, he can just plug into his computer and just put a USB stick on there and boom, new drone. Startron then gave Ameer, by accident, the perfect test subject as Ameer hadn't tested them yet. Rouge the Bat, due to, and as stated before, her constant break-ins into Ameer's garage to try and steal some of his stuff. After Startron gave Ameer that wonderful idea to test these visors on Rouge, Ameer pulled out a USB stick out of his pocket labeled with the initials AD, which contain a special kind of programming. Now, if you know what AD stands for, I think you know that I may want to scream my lungs out of fear, but I won't because it's 4 in the morning and I don't want to wake anybody up, despite me jabbering for the past 2 hours. It's fine. The story concludes with Rouge listening to Ameer and Startron's conversation through the garage door, and her planning on stealing that device to get the Master Emerald. Will Rouge manage to get her glove hands in Ameer's invention? Will Ameer manage to capture Rouge and turn that pesky bat into a new type of drone? Is Holy actually coming tomorrow? All of these questions and more will be answered in the next episode of AmeerAshour Origins Z. Either he found out that there's no more chili dogs in existence, or he just saw the entire analysis of the previous post. Either way, thank you so much LeakIt for making this image possible. Get ready for the second image in the trilogy known as A Prismarine Labs Tempestuous 3 Pokemon Albsee. In this second image we see a Flareon who is a teacher with hypnotic powers known as Melissa. Now the important question is, does she get paid enough as a teacher, or is she underpaid? Welcome to the test image in which Ameer just draws latex. Ameer's exams and tests are over, which means that he's back on track with this image of Amy Rose as an Ashour doll. I think we already said everything that we had to say about the Ashour dolls. You thought you wouldn't see the remake saga ever again, chap? Don't make me laugh. Welcome to this image that was originally drawn by Star Lizard and colored by Ameer. passed through a 90s filter with the help of the 90s Inator. Get ready for the third, yet not final despite how weird that sounds, image of a trilogy known as a Prismarine Tempestuous 3 Pokemon OCs. In this third image we see a Jolteon fashion designer known as Christina. And that's it. I'm gonna be honest with you, this 90s filter, that's just the image darkened and a bit blurry. I think they scammed you, Ameer. And that's the end of this wonderful trilogy known as a Prismarine Block Tempest's 3 Pokemon OCs. Stephanie, the 4chan Vaporeon, Creepypasta, Melissa, the underpaid Flareon teacher, and Christina, the fashion designer Jolteon who got scammed by a 90s filter. You think I'm gonna make a comment on how this one decision affects the rest of Cape's story? No. Because all of my knowledge in that game comes from watching my brother play it in 2011, and that was holy 12 years ago. Jesus. Oh well. Now I wish I had a friend who could tell me everything about Cape's story, but I don't know anybody like that. Requested by Google Grimlocks. In this image we see Tails protecting Zoe from something. It's never shown. But we can also infer from this image that Tails memorized one of the following 4 cheat codes. R1, right 6 times and circle, down twice and up 9 times, L1 3 times and then R2, L1 twice, R1 twice, and then L1 4 more times. A Stoot interval requested for Mimikyu. Okay, there's no W-based language anywhere, I hope. Okay. Mimikyu inside of the fancy phrase for closet. Okay, can I be honest with you for a moment here? Thank you. Writing the commentary for these posts, especially the request, has been a bit hard because I'm a bit tired from, you know, recording and writing and all of this. But especially with requests, they are so varied, there's so many of them, and they have so many topics that I sometimes cannot come up with something creative to say about them, and I'm really sorry about that. Sometimes I feel like I'm just describing it, which at this point I am. So again, I'm sorry, I'm just a bit burnt out from doing all of this, but I hope you can enjoy the commentaries that are actually good and not just describing the image. Let's continue, shall we? We are actually 10 images away from reaching the 100th image of the year 2020, and we're still in May. Somebody please tell me that there's not 224 images in this year again. Oh my goodness. Anywho, this is chapter 2 of Ameer's and Grimlock's Sonic X Christmas comic, so let's get to analyze it. It's gonna be a fun one, I guarantee it. It's 7 in the morning and Tails, not Tails, tries to turn his alarm clock off, but he cannot reach it, until a kind, helpful green hand is there to help him by pushing it towards him. He slams the alarm clock, and then realizes that Cosmo is alive. She's alive? Wasn't she dead? Well, she was, but then remember the fact that Tails just wished for her to be back. Well, she's back! Woo! And then there's a very happy moment between them, and they're like, oh, I miss you so much. And then Tails tells Cosmo, hey look, it's gonna be Christmas, and Cosmo is like, what is a Christmas? What is that dish? I have never tried it before. How does it taste? And Tails like, alright, you don't know about Christmas. But thankfully, Cosmo knows about the mistletoe tradition thanks to a very helpful note. And then Cosmo kisses Tails in the cheek, everybody goes, aww, including me every time I have to read this comic. Actually, aww, it's very cute. Then there's a very cute scenes between these two, and the comic ends in a very nice hug. Ah, wonderful. A post referencing something I have no clue existed until today. I'm very sorry, chap. You probably make amazing videos, but I just never heard of you because I I am not that well known in English channels and I just don't know a lot about them. Let's just move on to the next post before I continue making a fool out of myself for not knowing a lot about English channels. For the sole reason that I... Porque yo hablo español. And here we have Ameer's take on Eggman's Island from Sonic Boom. Except not really, it's more of a pseudo remake, because Ameer just traced the original image and just... well, it was a teeny tiny amount of phrasing, and I'm not lying, Ameer said himself. See? Ameer, no, stay away from the Sailor Scout, no. No, wait, Ameer, you don't have to convert everyone into a bloody drone. Damn it, she got converted as well. Listen to me, Ameer. You may have won this time, and next time you might also win. And then time after that one, and the 15 times after that one. But after the 27th time, you might also win. But there's a chance you might not. And I'll be there, laughing on my elbow. And I'll be there, laughing because you didn't convert them into an Ashore drone. You thought we were done with a permanent 10% Pokemon OZs? Oh, no. Right here we have a Umbreon that is a business clown. That's the weirdest way I've heard someone call an entrepreneur. Business clown Umbreon called Lavender and Team Flare leader Sylveon Ashrit. Wait, is that Petra? Oh my goodness, I have forgotten about this image. It's been so long, 3 years, my goodness. Huh. Well, with Petras on a short run, I don't know if I want to scream in fear, which is both concerning and confusing for me. And we are back with the Ashore drone posts that make me want to run away while screaming my lungs out in the most terrified way possible. Mostly because this image confirms my theory that guys can also be turned into Ashore drones. And here we see Rolling Hair Hyperform from Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and 2. Now, what concerns us about this image the most is not the image itself, but the description of the image, in which Ameer teases or announces an event in which you can submit your character to turn them into an Ashore drone or an Omo doll. And I have a feeling that we're gonna be seeing the results of that event pretty soon. Behold, the 100th image uploaded in the year 2020 by Ameer on his gallery, which is Roll-On Hair Hyper form design from Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and 2. I'm repeating myself, god damn it. Well, I really like the design of her, it's pretty cool. Only issue is that she fires rockets from her. Yeah, that's my only issue. Oh, and something I didn't mention, I almost forgot to mention actually. Ameer's taking an art course, digital art course, and this was part of one of his assignments. And Ameer mentioned that for this, his teacher drew a gorilla carrying a bag of medicine, or just medicine in general, which now makes me want to see a doctor, a gorilla as a professional doctor just performing an open heart surgery. Just gorilla just standing there, just all bulky and so just cutting some stuff and be like, Janice, I need to bring me my stuff for medicine. I don't know about medicine. Hey look, Celeste is back and she's ready to kick some Mavericks' asses. Oh, and for this occasion, Ameer's instructor drew a dragon head, which is clearly the dragon from Mega Man 2 or Eregion. The Repliforce dragon from Mega Man X4. You thought that Paper Mario would just be Mario, but flat, and with a white outline? No. We got a much simpler design that I think it's better than that way. Now imagine Paper Jam with two identical Marios, just one is a bit flatter and has a white outline. That wouldn't be so cool. Something I didn't mention in the previous post is that Ameer said that this post, aka the next one after the previous one, would be a photorealistic drawing. Now, I don't know what kind of eyes Ameer has, but this doesn't look photorealistic at all to me. It's probably not the fact that it's a sketch or the fact that it's called Sneak Peek. Oh my goodness, it's blurry. Oh, and remember the roll doll Amy Rose? Well, her actual name is Housewife Roll Amy, but Roll Doll just rolls better in the tongue. Well, remember her? She's back! After 270 posts. We had Ghastie back, now the return of this kind of Amy, now... Where is Snowdy? If the Mega Man X3 intro for the SNES was already cool, the PS1 and Saturn ports had such an amazing animation for the introduction. It's just bloody amazing! The cutscenes in those ports are the reasons I still play those ports. Only downside is the really long loading times, but nah, it's fine. Going back to the introduction, cutscene, animation, it's bloody amazing. It's just an amazing recap of the first two games. And my favorite part is just the final fight with Sigma. And you know, after Sigma just swings his saber at X, he dodges, Sigma just turns back, cuts the pipe, and then X just dogs and changes from his first armor to his second armor. And I just love Sigma's face, he's just like... You can do that? She's very confused and I fucking love that. Designed by the Care Bear Girl, drawn by Ameer and meant for Grimlock's third season of his Sonic Boom fanfic. And like many others that are watching this, I didn't know he had a Sonic Boom fanfic or that it had 3 seasons. I should probably check that out later. Nonsense Media is back with Naomi inside of a bubble. Welcome to post 378. Now you see why I changed the beginning of the late classic era from this one to that other one. I have something fun to tell you actually. After this image, there's only 3 My Little Pony images left. So as soon as we see one, you can say in your head, oh, there's only 2 left, there's only 1 left, this is the final one, and then we'll all be happy and have some cake. And this is a new icon image for Grimlock 1997. Would you look at that, it has the prefix commission! I'm missing those. Over here we have a gift image for Grimlock, as it was his birthday, which was 3 years, 4 months and 17 days ago, but I still wish you a happy birthday, man, even if I'm extremely late by 3 years. And in this image we see Sonic and Naomi ready to kick some ass. And I can't wait to see how that fight unfolds. Ameer, I have a very serious question for you. What's with all of the wallpapers? Do they pay you per wallpaper? Who do you work for? And here we can observe Ameer's celebration image for reaching 200 watchers on DeviantArt. Now what I want to pinpoint out of this image is the deviation number, 485, making this one 486. This image is 382, meaning that there's 104 deleted images. What are these images? We may never know. GB1999 is back with an art rate showing Usagi brainwashed to believe that she's a really big Barbie doll. And so here she is, brainwashed, posed, and standing on a rotating pedestal. Another request for a Primarina Tempress, this time of her Lithian OC Ramona, who is also a succubus. Excuse me, what the fuck? Request number, a lot of them, for a Primarina Tempress, this time of her Glacian OC Diana, who is very into sports. The rumor says that she was going to partake in the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. Pandora! No wait, Dora! No, this Sylvian OC that belongs to a Primarina Tempress, and she requested for Ameer to draw it, as we can clearly tell by the fact that it says request on the title and it's on the request saga. I don't know if you realize that. But something peculiar of this OC is that she has 2 personalities, a good one, Dora, and a bad one, Pandora. Which means that she has bipolar disorder on steroids. Tree of Life 911 wanted to see Cosmo protecting the Luna Chow. Now, Ameer questioned in the description who would be evil enough to try to hurt such a tiny and puny and adorable creature. Not me. Leung 2403 requested to see a fusion between a Machop and Chromia from Transformers Cyberverse. Now, I don't know a lot about Transformers in general, but I can say, just from looking at this image, is that he's a bulky chap. He's gonna punch you into another realm. This drawing right here was made by Ameer as he was waiting for Iris to be added to Mega Man X Dive. Now, what I like the most about this pose is not the image itself, nor the description, no. What I like the best are the 2 comments that were posted a year after this was uploaded. That are just 2 guys being really excited for Iris having a maid costume due to an event in the game. Yoo-hoo! Another commission, baby! Changeling Hyper 103 wanted to see 2 robots sleeping inside of capsules. Now, Ameer recognized the blue and red one for a very simple reason. That robot was Lavish Skynote's robot form all along, because this commission was made as a gift from Hive to Lavish. All I want to say about this image is that El Sonico is definitely something that my friend Alberto would say after I literally translated Sonic's name from English to Spanish, which, you know, in regular terms it would be Sonic El Erizo, but I would say something like Sonico El Erizo, and then Alberto would go like El Sonico. El Sonico. And then the entire VC would laugh for 2 minutes straight just because of Alberto saying El Sonico. Remember way back in post 369 when I mentioned Ameer's drone event? Well, here's the new batch of AmeerAshourDraws and Omo dolls. But before we start digging through the images, there's a couple of rules I have to tell you about. Number 1, no alcoholic beverages are allowed in this event. Number 2, smoking or vaping are also prohibited in this event. Number 3, if any drone offers you any sort of vice or wind-up key, reject it immediately and run for your life. They may be chasing you to convert you. Number 4, in case of the aircraft suffering some sort of malfunction and we start plummeting back to the earth, scream. Scream as loud as you can. And number 5, after the ride is over, please pick up your belongings, otherwise we will sell them. For your understanding and patience, thank you so much for listening to these rules. Now, enjoy the drones and dolls. Now for the image. Shy 11's OCs, Jesse and Jesse. No, don't mix them around. They're not Jesse and Jesse, they're Jesse and Jesse. Also, don't confuse them with Jesse and James Mememes. Luckily, this time around there won't be as many converted people, right? 7 people. That's more than 5, but it could be worse. They could be AmeerAshourDraws, but they are Omo dolls this time. Right here we have that first guys, Sam as an AmeerAshourDraw again, and as an Omo doll, and both are dancing very nicely together. And another happy, yet late by 3 years, birthday for Ameer! For this very special occasion he drew Toei Sonic. Junio Sonic. Junio Sonic? Do I say like Spanish Junio or English Junio? And over here we have another birthday image, this time for Starlitza, showcasing Supernova Starlitza. And here I am wondering, why does this look like the scene of a movie that would appear at the beginning of said movie or in the trailer of that movie, releasing on, let's say, theaters autumn of 2021. We are back to Ameer's drone event, and if you wonder why I'm covering my eyes with my arm, it's quite simple. That is Twitterball's OC, Lily, a gown made out of 100% latex. That doesn't sound weird at all once you say it out loud. But yeah, that's the reason I'm not covering my eyes. She's a bit too shiny and it hurts my eyes. And you may have already noticed the changes between eras and... Okay, I'm gonna take this off. Okay, 1, 2... Okay, too bright. Just don't look that way. Don't look that way and you'll be fine. Okay, where was I? Alright. You may have already noticed the changes between eras. Late Classic to Neo Classic. Now, what's the difference between the Neoclassic era and all the previous eras? Well, the answer is quite simple. First of all, the pupils. The pupils are more dynamic, they have more shapes than just ovals or circles. The shading is just way better than before. What do you want me to say? And the art style in general is just better than everything that came before this. So welcome everyone to what I consider as Ameer's Neoclassic art style. Now here's Star Background's Jordan as an Ashore drone. Now Ashore drone Jordan and Ashore drone Sam can be reunited once again, and I don't know if I should be happy for these two besties being reunited again, despite them being Ashore drones, or if I should be afraid by the fact that the Ashore drone number is quickly rising up. I may not be the biggest Sonic fan or connoisseur of the franchise, since all of my knowledge of the Sonic series comes from the fact that I watched my friend Peron playing Sonic Adventure 2 on Steam, and I have proof of that. There's not a lot of context behind this, but we had a lot of fun with that. But something I want to know on this deluxe. Does he have a Chow Garden as well? A Primarina Tempest's Flygon OC, a new reporter called June Crow. And here she is reporting on the fact that this is the 400th image on Ameer's gallery. That means we covered 36.36% of Ameer's entire DeviantArt gallery. A thief and a spy Gardevoir known as Alice Tree Lufas, OC of a Primarina Tempest. Now, Ameer, I know what you're thinking, but please stop turning every single spy and thief into an Ashore drone. And this image right here, as we've become accustomed to, is just a Primarina Tempest's previous request, just put together into a single image. I feel like Ameer and a Primarina Tempest should put a convenience store, but instead of selling, crisps or pop or whatever people buy on convenience stores, they should just sell these images. And when you want to buy one, they're gonna run up to you and be like, okay, you can buy that image, but if you reconsider, you could buy that image paired with this other image because they were requested at the same time, and you can buy this larger image with both of them for a cheaper price. What are you saying? And the last scene is just a guy living with two images, this one and the 3 evolutions one, just holding one per hand, just being like, yes, I bought all of these images for a cheap price. Just 2 more with the My Little Pony saga. We can do this. Star Background's Froststar hypnotized to the point that he believes, or I think he turned into Colorman.exe. Now, you think I'm gonna make some funny or clever commentary or joke based on the Battle Network series? No, not at all. Life is too short, time is valuable, and I'm not gonna spend all of my time researching the Battle Network series to just make a dumb joke on a very stupid video. This is why I've been analyzing AmeerAshourDraws for the past 7 months. Oh, and a very fun fact about this image. This image is number 404. Convenient, innit? Despite the prefix of the image being request, it is actually part of Ameer's drone event. Now, what I think it's very clear from this image is that Lucy, a Primarina Tempest's Lucario Gal humanoid OC that we saw back in 2019, is resisting her drone conversion. And before this image, she attacked Ameer. And Ameer just started to wonder, why did she do that? Ameer, I don't want to break your illusions, or your fantasy, or what you believe in. I don't think everybody wants to be turned into a drone. I think that's obvious. Now, if we look in the comments, which we will be taking with 106% seriousness, we will see a conversation between 2 individuals. These 2 individuals' names will be censored for the sake of their privacy. First of all, Marta states that Lucy doesn't like being mind-controlled, and that's why she thought of Pedro. And Pedro replied with, well, first of all, he laughed and then said, nah, it's fine, my intentions are no ill, I'm just your friendly hypnotist neighbor. To which Marta replied with, in a playful tone, yeah, continue believing that. To which Pedro just laughed. Ameer, I'm gonna be very honest with you. Thank you so much for reminding me of Cavi Cape. It's been a long time since I have last played Bowser's Inside Story, but when I looked up Cavi Cape's theme, I shed a tear or two from nostalgia. That theme always gave me chills on my spine, but now that I hear it, several years after not playing the game, it's a weird feeling of sadness, nostalgia, and hope. And I would like to thank you again for reminding me of, or actually making me feel those feelings. Now, something I want to tell everybody, not just Ameer, is that this is image 136 of Ameer's 2020 gallery and uploaded on July 1st, which means we are by the halfway point of the 2020 section. I can explain, all of this was just a misunderstanding. Ameer never read the DM, I corrected him in the description. Please, I don't want to hire myself to repair myself. The art is nice. Her face just creeps me out a little bit. 7 out of 10. She's definitely eating meat. Okay, I think this post broke me. The verb guy's verb is now Videoman EXE. And to answer Ameer's question of can a human be turned into a net navi? Have you even played the games? Everybody knows that Mega Man EXE is the twin brother of the protagonist of the series. He was just turned into a net navi after something. I think he died. I'm not so sure. I haven't played the games myself, but I made my research. He was a human. He's now a net navi. They're siblings. You think this is the beginning of a new saga, don't you? Well, you'd be wrong if you stop watching after this post, because there are 2 more posts on this saga known as Ask Naomi, and they appear in around 60 images, so stay tuned for those. Tree of Life 911 asked Naomi if she liked Chao, and she replied that she adored them a lot. Shadowwind 900 Tigra and Suki as AmeerAshourDraws, and Ameer stated once again in the description that he only turns people into drones for the cuteness. Whatever you say, Mr. Ashore. Petra, how did they sound like an Ashore drone? I know she tends to, get turned into a lot of things because of her misadventures, but I'm betting $25, no, $30, that she was just walking around minding her own business, tripped, fell down a portal, ended in a warehouse, broke some crates, and out of one of those crates came an Omo doll key and fell on her back and turned her into an Omo doll. Am I wrong? Chaos Overlord's Miyuki as an Ashore drone. Would it be considered cheating if she did an exam like this? She probably has a quantum computer on her student brain, so yeah, depending on how many questions the exam comes with, she could probably finish it in 6 minutes. I don't know, 200 questions? Yeah, I can see her finishing that in 3 minutes. And that's it for this event of AmeerAshourDraws and Omo dolls. It was quite fun, but mostly terrifying to see so many new drones and dolls. No, Ameer, there's no reason to fight. Just lower your hammer and... Why do you start playing the Mega Man X6 boss theme song? No, there's no reason to... Okay, fine. Bring it on. Pikachu, use Thunderbolt! Mándalas a la reverenda chi... Time to add Hollow Knight to a list of games I will probably touch in the next 2 to 7 years. I wish xzoise was still around. That way he could explain me everything about Hollow Knight. Shifter 234, are you seeing this? This is the quickest remaster in Ameer's history! Just a day apart from the original one. And yes, I'm counting this as a remaster, even though it says redo on the title. Okay. This is the second to last My Little Pony image. The last one is part of the last 25 images on Ameer's 2020 gallery, meaning that we won't see it for a while. But don't lower your guards. Haven't seen 32 posts, Leunguk. In this art trade, Mint and Risa are play pretending to be Shutter and Flywheels. Do I know anything about Transformers? No. Am I gonna do any sort of effort to understand anything about it? Probably. This is probably the weirdest commission we've seen yet. So why are Amy and Cream fighting the bog? The monster truck? The enemy within all of us? Does anybody remember when in the 2019 section I said that I sometimes struggle to come up with something creative to say about the post when the image, the title, the description, and even the tags didn't have anything fun to poke? Well, I'm currently struggling with that. I got it. Grimlock And Lebo4 said how much they love this image, and this image is about love. That was bloody terrible. I'm gonna cut this part out. Fidos Kazam is back, and he's back to send more Sonic characters flying across the sky because the wrist is tied to some balloons. In this case, Marine. Hey, GB1999, my man! Ah well. In this art trait, Peach, Palutena and Zelda have been hypnotized to believe that they are trophies. I actually did that with a friend once, and I forgot to wake her up after the second hour, and she was stuck as trophy for 2 days. No, wait. This is not the Zero in his Mega Man Zero design image that I was talking about 79 posts ago. That one comes much later on. Oh god, can I even show this on YouTube? Is that considered pet play? This is just another the previous one. Just go to the next one, that one is actually cute. Well, that was terrifying. Well, let's now take a look at this very nice and cute remake of an image featured at the end of Mega Man X4, specifically on Zero's ending of that game. When he's being depressed, Expression just remembers Iris because he had to kill her after he killed Colonel, and then he killed General, and then Sigma told him that this whole Maverick virus outbreak was his fault because he was, well, patient Zero. And he's also having constant flashbacks to his creator, Dr. Albert W. Wiley. But this seems at least cute, a little bit, if not sad. As I said prior in this video, I don't know when something is a Disney reference, so even when Ameer states in the description of this image that this was a Disney reference, and even when the man himself, Nonsense Media, says that this is also a Disney reference, I wouldn't really know. And Ameer said that this is a reference to Winnie Pooh, and I still don't know because my knowledge in Disney is, well, scarce, and I would like to keep it that way. The most important part of this image is not the Sonic OC it's not a succubus, I think, but the username of the person who requested this, which is the most 2006 sounding username I've heard in a while. Let me read it to you because I'm certain to forget it. XX Layla Health 7 Fire X. Congratulations, Miss Layla. You just won the competition for the most 2000 sounding username. Wanna guess whose art trait is this? Their username starts with Leung and it ends with K2403. This time we have May and Brent dressed like Sideswipe and Cliffjumper from Transformers. I'm starting to realize that I'm just describing the images instead of saying something funny about them. But I mean, how am I supposed to say something funny about Pokemon trainers dressed like Autobots for early Halloween? A small teaser and sketch based on Ameer and Grimlock's Sonic Christmas comic. And as we can clearly tell, Knuckles is a bit too surprised for Cosmo's return. The more posts we go through, the bigger my fear is that I will have to censor something else. Hopefully I don't have to censor this image, right? In the description of this post, Ameer states that this image was made with Clip Studio Paint EX, which not only has a 30-day free trial which Ameer is using, it also sounds like a Kirby boss name. And the image has Ameer's OC, Ameer, looking to the left. Now, if it turns 180 degrees on the y-axis, I will be doomed. He's looking at me, isn't he? Yet another request for the one and only A Primarina Tempress. This time of her Cinderace Waitress OC, Scarlet. I think the double tears are intentional. Petunia the Rose Raid, OC of A Primarina Tempress, who also runs a salon. If any of you don't know what a salon is, it's like a barbershop but fancier. And to reply to Ameer's statement in the description, which calls her adorable, I mean, kind of. She looks more like a grandma, especially because of the glasses. Made a month prior to its upload due to the requester, StrikeComic63, now known as the one truly Jolly Joe, which is not the best username I've heard in this entire video, wanting some changes to it, but Ameer was quite busy at the time, so he just had to do them slowly, and well, here we are now. Anyways, the image depicts the requester's two OCs, Lance and Slew Food Zoo. Wait, what? Those are their names? I mean, Lance is alright, but Slewfoot too? Really? Anyways, those two are reuniting in space. What's wrong? Is everything alright? You seem a bit startled. The image? What's wrong with it? Next one! I would like to address some stuff that Ameer said in the description of this image. Number 1. He asked how long has it been since the last request. 2 posts and 6 days. That is if we don't count Mr. Jolly Joe's all request. Then it'll be 1 post and 5 days. And number 2. Honey the Cat, the character that Ferb, DLC of that Ferb guy, is currently dressed as in the image to my right, is most commonly known by everybody as who? Well, this is a bit hard to say, but there won't be any more AmeerAshour Origins episodes. The project was scrapped. But luckily, we have this image. To celebrate Ameer reaching 2 years in DeviantArt, 1 year with the AshourDraws, and Ameer reaching 250 followers on DeviantArt. Very impressive. The description of the image contains the story of how we ended here. Rouge snuck into Ameer's house once again. How unexpected, I never saw it coming, to try to steal his visor. She stumbled upon a fake replica and questioned why it was light. Ameer then appeared behind her, forced the real visor into her face and wiped her clean. Then he pressed a button on his remote and converted her into an AshourDrone. He then ordered her to pose, took a photo of her, and uploaded it to DeviantArt to celebrate his 2-year anniversary on the... Am I repeating myself? Yeah, I'm repeating myself. At the end of the story, both went to sleep and did some unspecified stuff the next day. Due to Miku being trending on Twitter at the time of this image, Ameer decided to fuse her with Amy Rose once again. Like last time, this is just a cosplay. Once again, this image is just a previous one, but with some minor alterations, the main one being the change from light blue to pink. So, let's keep on moving, people. Are you all ready for a thrilling comic where Tails has survived in a war corrupted by the metal virus? Everyone he knows has been corrupted by it, including his girlfriend Zoe. Coming this October, Somewhat Delusions. Not. You see, it seems that all of these images have been deleted off Ameer's and Grimlock's gallery. I'm not exactly sure where I read this, but I clearly remember reading a post in either Grimlock's or Ameer's gallery stating that a lot of these comics were deleted. Either that or they were never published, so either way we will never know what happens in them. Luckily, if you want to call it that, we still have the teaser for the comic, and it looks like Knuckles is just T-posing, but those are just eyes on the background. I am really risking my chance existence with this later post, aren't I? Original image by Iris104. What you gonna do with 2 raccoon tails, eh? Fly faster? Wait, actually that's genius. If he spins them like, helicopter blades like Tails does, then yeah, you're gonna fly faster. Ameer, you left me speechless. This is bloody gorgeous! I know I say this very often about your art, but this one right here is amazing! Due to Whitey's heart winning 2nd place in Grimlock's Naomi contest, he won an image made by Ameer, and he wanted a drawing in the style of Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, of Leo and April taking a selfie. A Primarina tempers as a sushi boat, which resembles another type of drone we'll see in the following years. And if we look at the comments, we'll see that Ameer was also turning to a sushi boat. Ameer can also become a drone? How will this affect the rest of the Ameer story? This is a shocking revelation. We'll never see something like this ever again. I want a watermelon. Wait. You're telling me that I could have called her Neptunia all this time? I'm 106% sure she'll be fine. No, she won't. For them, it was a year since the beginning of their Sonic Boom and Sonic X comics. For me, it was 2 months, and for you it was around an hour and a half. Time does fly, eh? If you wonder where the rest of the comics are... well, they are in Grimlock's gallery. I just didn't touch them because I'm focusing 100% on Ameer's gallery. Ameer, do you care to explain why you chose Toriel to be an AmeerAshourDraws on Undertale's 5th anniversary? Oh my goodness, T-Rex a million? It's been so long! Well. He requested for Sonic and Sally to be on a date, and for them to be using his designs. They seem very happy. Another Grimlock contest, this time being Silver X Whisper, and like many other images that have a time lapse, also known as a speed paint, they are attached on the description of this video, so you can go watch them. What did I just tell ya? The links are down in the description, go check them out, seriously. This image right here is just a weird conglomeration of events that happen to happen at the same time. First of all, the anniversary of Sonic City, and thereby the anniversary of the first appearance of Amy Rose. Second, Ameer watching Chunga Conroy's new, at the time, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Let's Play series. Oh, and Ameer said that he will digitalize this someday. 3 days later. Note to self, whenever Ameer says he's going to do something someday, he usually means 2 to 3 days. I'm honestly surprised to see a reference to Knuckles Chaotix. For those of you who don't know, the original Metal Sonic Kai is a boss in said game, and it seems that Ameer consumed too much Final Fantasy, and remember the original Metal Sonic Kai, and decided to, well, mix the ideas, and this is the result. X-Sonic Kai. He never appears again. Neptunia's Lilligant OC, Rachel, who is also a ninja. She's currently on a mission and looking at her target, aiming some sort of portable mind control device. I'd hate to be her next target, and say, if I were, then, well, you would see how they found my body in the newspaper the next day. Zara, with a Z, to sound more menacing and evil. Neptunia Zoroark OC, who is also the leader of the Team Rocket. No wait, wasn't Giovanni the leader? No wait, didn't the Team Rocket disband? Man, do I suck at Pokemon lore. Welcome to the last 3 months of Ameer's 2020 gallery. We are also 10 posts away from the 200th image of this year. And on this image, we see Neptunia Salazar OC, Olivia, last name Creel, who is the leader of a gang. And Ameer, no, she doesn't look harmless. At all. Marie Cesar commissioned an image of Shard, the Metal Sonic from the archives. What archives? No, I'm being serious. What archives? Is that some sort of code name for something beyond my feeble comprehension? The context behind this image is kind of sweet. Grimlock was ill and feeling blue, so Ameer decided to draw an image for him consisting of Tails and their shared OC, Naomi the Cyber Hedgehog, in what seems to be a very nice prayer. Wait, what? New OC? Belle? Okay, let me just check. She doesn't appear ever again. That's all I can tell you. Mark II, baby! Oh, it's an AmeerAshourDraws related matter. Well, at least we can now confirm the fact that Ameer really likes Iris. He even says it in the description. Oh, whoa. Calm down, man. You can just go around calling any gal a female. What are you, some sort of Reddit user? Come on, man. You're better than them. Oh my goodness. I still remember when Ameer uploaded these 2 images of Roll as an AmeerAshourDraws just strolling by. It feels like it was yesterday when he uploaded them. Original image by Kohane01 on Twitter.com. I don't have a lot to say about this image, but if we go down to the comments, we'll see that Alex Warlorn. Everybody knows that the Sega Saturn is way better than the Sega Dreamcast. No wait, I'm confusing Sega consoles again. In the description of the image, Ameer said, "Ready to play for Halloween." And to that I say, sure, what are we playing? Mega Man X3? Sonic City? No, wait. Super Mario Galaxy. And here we have the finished version of Roll as an AmeerAshourDraws. Random fact about these things, they only listen to Ameer, so if they were mugging ya and you ask them to stop, You're as good as that. Luckily, she's just walking for the time being. Holy. In just 4 months, he went from 200 watchers to 300 watchers. That's impressive. Oh, I mean, 201 watchers. That's still impressive. And if we look at the number of deviations in the image, 588. That means that this one is 589. There's 16 more missing images, as this one is number 469. And this image right here, this mixture of modern Sonic and Junio Sonic, is Ameer's 200th deviation in his 2020 gallery. And it also functions as a showcase of his 301 watchers raffle, in which you submit a character and have a chance of getting an image of that character in a manga art style or in a line art style. And this right here is the previous image's line art version, again for Ameer's 201 watchers raffle. 61 deviations later, we meet again with the section known as Ask Naomi, and in this post, SpaceBoyCT asks Naomi a favor and a question. The question being, what is her relationship with Styx the Badger? She says that they're cool at times, but sometimes she can go a bit too paranoid and she has to protect Tails after that. Then, SpaceBoyCT asks Naomi if she could dress Styx as herself. No, for one, she's not used to dressing people, and if she were to dress Styx like herself, then Styx would go haywire and cause a huge racket. Well, I'm pretty sure Luigi Kid EXE right here got rid of that pesky hacker who took control over the real Luigi Kid's channel for a day or two, but I must ask you something very important, Ameer. In what year are we? 2020 or 2015? The last Ask Naomi post, in which YouTube to ask Naomi how much experience she has with her beam blade. She replied with, I have a lot of experience with it. She then proceeded to slice Metal Sonic in half, and I'm pretty sure that not even Flex Tape could put him back together. The real pod of the 1 year anniversary image of Holy. The original one was taken down for... I wanted to meet the person who got the original taken down and ask them something very important. Why haven't you done the same with Opal the Goat? I mean, he does upload kind of nasty stuff, and some of it related to underage characters, so Mr. or Mrs., where were you when that happened? Because I don't see you taking down a lot of his images. Now, this video's purpose is not to talk about a very nasty and repulsive person such as Opal the Goat, it's to talk about Ameer, and thereby about Holy. She and the entire Omodoll concept was inspired from a story written by Tangled Penman, in which Oma Chow got fed up with everybody and decided to robotize them into Oma Chows. And look, Holy's doing her most characteristical action, staring into a screen for hours on end getting hypnotized. Great commission for showing 900. Tigra and Suki are no longer AmeerAshourDraws. They are now instead rocket grunts. Could be worse. They may be criminals now, but anything is better than a short drone. Finally, I'm in time for something! Halloween is just a few days away, and by the time I finish this, it will have been 2 months past Christmas. And in this image we can see the Tails Minator and Shadow Queen Iris with a Satan Eggman and Stick tied up in the background, and some extra measurements were added to Stick to make sure she doesn't go haywire, or at least more than usual. The thing I like the most about this deviation is not the Rosalina drawing itself, rather it's the description, in which Ameer just goes on and on about why he likes Mario Galaxy 1. It's really sweet to see somebody just saying why they like a game and sprinkling anecdotes of how they got to meet the game or why they really like the game. It's really nice. It's definitely way better than all of those game reviews that, well, were... Well, this is Doom 2. Doom 2 is the best because everything else is shit. Yeah, that's not a good review. But just seeing somebody saying that they like it because it brings them joy or reminds them of the past, or because the game just brings them lots of fun for an unexplained reason, is definitely way better than some random nostalgia critic or whatever. 15 months ago, Ameer uploaded the original Omodoll Shantae image. 15 months later, Ameer stumbled upon it and thought it was really bad, so he decided to redo it. This right here is just a sketch, obviously. And in the description, Ameer says that his OC, Ameer, okay, now I see why he changed his name to Revere in a couple of years. It just gets a bit confusing. Well, his OC, Ameer, is now a freelance hypnotist. Yeah, say that, I will definitely believe that. Totally. The full improvement of Omodo Shantai. It comes with an alt image, just changing a couple of colors, and 2 alt images, one for this one and one for the next one, where it just removes the Ameer and the speech bubbles. This is just the previous image, but the blue stuff has been changed for dark grey. Again with the lowercase I. What is a nightmare? Why am I asking you instead of searching it on the World Wide Web? According to Wikipedia, Nights into Dreams is a 1996 action game for the Sega Saturn. Oh man, I can't believe that to play this game I have to get a Saturn and a disc for the game, and it's not like this game has been on Steam since 2012 or anything. This is what too much Final Fantasy does to somebody. It makes them combine Final Fantasy and the first thing they see to the right. And this is how Kingdom Hearts was made. Now look at the messy timeline that it came with. The description of the image comes with a poem, and it reads as follows. An illusionary knight was born, raised by a wizard against the king's will. He stumbled across Caliburn. Being able to wield it, he saved the kingdom. It broke in combat, and he was gifted with a new one. And its scarab granted him immortality, its ghost without an apostrophe. Corrupted by its power, he lost the legendary sword, split into Caliburn and the sacred swords, and gained a new sword of evil and death, using it to summon the underworld knights and spread the chaos across the land. Only the true king can stop the Dark Knight from spreading further the chaos. And if any of you is wondering if there's a secret message in the first letter of every verse, it reads Arbiaxaukao. I don't think that's a subliminal message at all. You know how when carbon is under a lot of pressure and a lot of heat, it turns into a diamond? Well, when a fire flower is under a lot of stress or it absorbs a lot of fire, it turns into an overdrive rose. Overdrive roses have the ability to increase their host's strength and defense. And it comes with the side effect of giving them the capability of using a very powerful attack, sometimes labeled a Giga attack. For example, in Ameer's case, he can punch the ground and summon a meteorite shower directed at his enemy. Unfortunately, there are some downsides to this power-up, mainly that if the user is not strong enough to handle all of the power that the rose gives them, they will go haywire and cause a catastrophe. After the effect of the rose is over, that host will pass out and smack their face with the floor and resemble a log. But it seems that Ameer is strong enough to handle all of the power this rose can give him. Sadly, we haven't found anyone else who can handle all of the power. But if you, the viewer, think you're strong enough to handle all of the power that the overdrive rose can give you, we invite you to call this number that's appearing on screen, so we will bring you to the Neo Exkylum Studios and give you an overdrive rose to see if you can handle it, or if we'll have to lock you in a cell for a couple of hours. Oh my god. I remember Tobi Akafuji's introduction being in early 2021 and not in 2020, but here they are. Well, at least their OC, Love, is as an Ashore drone and in a sketch. If I were to introduce Tobi to you, I'd say he really likes Ashore drones a lot, and so he made a drawing of his OC, Love, as an Ashore drone. Then Ameer saw it and thought, it looks very good, I should draw it. So Ameer gave it the Bonnie Iris treatment and just made a drawing based on his work. And here's the fully detailed Love Ashore drone image. And as we can tell, she's speaking in Japanese. Luckily, I have a friend who can speak Japanese. She hasn't appeared in one of my videos since May 2022, aka since the first episode of the Fruit Snack SMP. Does anyone remember that? Hopefully not. Give a warm round of applause to the one and only Hana! Hana? Oh, come on, she didn't come? Oh well. If you check Tobi's profile, just don't go past the Minecraft house screenshot Otherwise you'll see the cow image and Welcome to the last 25 images in Ameer's 2020 gallery. We begin with an event called Gift-Sember, which consists of 12 images that Ameer will gift to an artist each. These artists are either someone Ameer appreciates or considers a friend, and the first one is... Kieran Harris! A fusion of evil Empress role from the Mega Man Battle Network teleseries and his OC, Anita. Man, I cannot take her seriously. Anita. The previous image, but fully colored and detailed. Something that the description doesn't agree with. Ameer just copied it and pasted it into this new image and called it a day. This is based on the Runaways Guys 126 episode on their series playing Dokapon Kingdom, which will be linked up there and will appear any moment now. Is it up there now? Hopefully it's up there now. The bleeding Canadian nader part made me laugh for 20 minutes straight, and I don't think I'll ever be able to recover from a laugh like that. The second image of Gift-Sember goes to... Grimlock 1997! In the image we can see some parallelisms between Sonic and Naomi, Grimlock's and Ameer's shared OC, and Zero and Iris from the Mega Man X series. This image comes with an alt version, which is... the same, but rotated 180 degrees. There's no way this is from 3 years ago. Okay, hahaha, very funny joke. Where's the hidden camera? In the description of the image, Ameer states that he likes Final Fantasy III over Final Fantasy VII. This doesn't mean that he hates it, as he also states that he really likes it, and he's very glad that Sephiroth is now on Smash. Come again? There's something wrong, I said, with Final Fantasy III? The sequence is wrong? No, it's Final Fantasy 1, Final Fantasy 2, Final Fantasy 3, and Final Fantasy 7. The next Gift-Sember goes to... Chaos Voltage of Iris the Hedgehog, also known by me as Naomi Gone Wrong. Chaos Voltage sages Iris the Hedgehog, which is one of the many Sonic OCs that Ameer will be drawing for this Gift-Sember. And I'm not the only one that says that. Ameer also said it. I may now know the bare minimum of Night in Dreams, but I still have no clue of what a nightmare is. I should probably learn to read more than 25 words. The next Gift-Sember image goes to... Starlitzart, showcasing the one and only Starlitza. We can easily tell that Ameer really likes Starlitza's OC. If you don't believe me, then just look at how many times he's drawn her. And I can agree with him. She does have a very nice design. I really like it. This one counts as half an image. Moving on. Image 500. 45.45% of Ameer's entire gallery. And it's for Neptunia. She is the new queen of Team Rocket. Bully Pudding, obliterate her. In this channel we don't talk about Sonic EXE or the person who made the original Sonic EXE creepypasta. The most relevant parts of this image is number 1, how bloody good it is, and number 2, the fact that it was made with Clip Studio Paint's extended trial. How's that for a Christmas miracle, eh? Ameer made this because he couldn't sleep. So come on man, go to sleep, it's for your own good. A remaster of that one old image made with Blender's 2D capabilities. And yeah, it wasn't the best, but this remaster was made with the tool of the gods. Clip Studio Paint EXE extended trial. Now that's something you don't hear every single day now, do ya? And according to Ameer, the old one now looked like it was made in MS Paint. Jeez, that was a low hit, man. Don't insult MS Paint like that, it didn't do anything to you. This Gift-Sember stuff is getting a bit too complicated for my liking. We went through images 1 through 6, then back to 5, now back to 4. What's next, image 9? Oh, and Ameer, below Basileja's icon didn't appear, the icon thing malfunctioned, so you should probably check that. It's been 40 images since we last saw AmeerAshour, so here he is. So far he's just an ink drawing, and uploaded on Christmas, at least on my time zone, based on 2 of Gino's beta designs. And after looking up the original beta designs, I can tell with 100% certainty that my brother was right. Nintendo is indeed afraid of success. Ameer, can you stop copy-pasting the description of the image on its sketch form and then just putting it on the final product? It doesn't look good, man. Oh, and I'm finding the urge to tell a very stupid joke between Ameer and Neptunia, and I'm losing that war. This one right here could perfectly be the ending of Ameer's 2020 gallery, and it contains one image of every month on Ameer's gallery, and it goes as follows. For January we have Gift, Nightmare. For February we have Remake, Cyborg Mila. For March we have Sonangle. For April we have Bonnie Girl Iris 2020 Digital. For May we have Sailor Moon Redraw Part 3. For June we have AmeerAshour June background. For July we have Remake Zero and Iris. For August we have AshourDrawn Unit Rouge Mark II. For September we have Pyra Amy. For October we have Luigi Kid EXE. For November we have Night the Night Madden. And for December we have That Great Moment. And with that said, there's still 3 images left, so how about we just go and properly analyze them. Image for Auntie Moira. May her account rest in peace. Of Rosie, Purity. If anybody's interested in a speed paint of this, weirdly enough, there is one on Ameer's Twitter. Link in the description as always. The last Gipsember image of this year for Sonic Fan J, consisting of Amy Rose in Sonic Fan J's design. She looks pretty neat. And this is it. Friends, foes, and the AmeerAshourDraws that want to beat me up with metal pipes. This is the final image on Ameer's 2020 gallery, and thereby of this section as well. It is a small comic made by Ameer and Grimlock showcasing Zero being tired of having a couple of Met fans. Iris then comes by and shows him a Chow Met, given to her by Naomi. Grimlock's and Ameer's shared OC, and she's just a bit too happy about Zero's reaction of frustration at seeing so many Mets interested in him. And that's it. Those are all of the images on Ameer's 2020 gallery, as I said before. It's weird, okay? It's weird seeing all of these images again. The 2019 images gave me a feeling of nostalgia, a happy one at that, but these ones give me a feeling of melancholy and nostalgia as well. Maybe it's from the fact that I saw them while 2020 was one of the worst years of my life. In some degree. I mean, yeah, my first girlfriend broke up with me after 3 months of dating in October. The whole stuff with the losers happened. But some great stuff also happened. I founded the Cosmic Vendors with xzoise on December, and I got a passion for making videos once again. So yeah, seeing all of these images just brings me a feeling of melancholy, sadness, but it also gives me a feeling of hope for the future, and I wouldn't change it for anything. Thank you everyone for sticking this long with me, and let's just wrap this up. Again, I hope you enjoyed this section, and I hope you enjoy the next one. Have a good one. Hello there. If you wonder why I was hiding in the closet, it's nothing really serious, unspecified reasons. The AmeerAshourDraws. I was hiding there because of the AmeerAshourDraws, but they apparently disappeared. I'm not sure what happened. I haven't seen an attack of theirs in like 2 weeks, so I think I'm safe. God damn it! The year 2020 in Ameer's gallery was a very good one, in my end the previous year, 2019, without the amateur part at the beginning. 2020 was really good and it ended even better in Ameer's gallery, not the year itself. That one was quite nasty. But now it's time to wrap it up, just like I did with the year 2018 and 2019, where the respective exceptions ended. So, the year 2020 was characterized by the classic, the late classic and the neo-classic eras, having 239 images and 4 journals, making a total of 243 deviations. Ameer, how do you manage to upload 19 deviations more than last year? Before I start questioning that even further, let's just go into the sagas. The Reploid saga, the Remake saga, the Underroom saga, the Sketches saga, the Omodel saga, the Request saga, the My Little Pony saga, which thankfully concluded, the Artrid saga, the Bubble saga, which also concluded, the Sonic Boom saga, which also concluded, the Gifts saga, the Commission saga, the Remaster saga, the AmeerAshourDraws saga, the Classic Design saga, the Ink saga, the Reward saga, the Literature saga, which concluded, the AmeerAshourDraws and Omodels Event saga concluded as well, and the Ask Naomi saga, which also concluded. Isn't it weird how the only 3 sagas that were included in this year all concluded within that year? I mean, every other just managed to go on, but these 3 just said, you know what, peace, and then disappeared in the middle of the year. And now, without any further ado, let's get into Ameer's 2021 art, and, well, not really. You see, I split Properly Analyzing AmeerAshourDraws into 2 videos. It all starts in August when I was working the 2019 session of Properly Analyzing AmeerAshourDraws. At the time, I was so stressed and overwhelmed from, the 2019 session in general, that I decided to split Properly Analyzing AmeerAshourDraws into 2 videos. PA3D, Properly Analyzing AmeerAshourDraws, would contain the 2018, 2019 and 2020 sessions of Ameer art. And PCA2D, I am not allowed to tell you the name of that video yet, would contain the 2021, 2022 and 2023 art of Ameer's gallery. And we reached the end of the first part. But I have one last thing to say, and it is for Ameer. This is the Blue Archive. In this I write very important stuff like ideas for videos or special messages from friends on videos that I dedicate to them, and since this is a video dedicated to Ameer, well, I wrote a message for him in here. The message goes as follows. Ameer, I may not know you at all and can only infer from your replies, comments and descriptions in your deviations that you are a very nice fella. But what I can take with 100% certainty is that you are a very talented and passionate artist for your work. I can easily tell that from how many deviations you uploaded and how many of them are just so bloody wonderful. It's been an honor and a pleasure of mine to be a follower of yours, even if indirectly, for so many years, and it has been quite the adventure to see your art style evolve from the mildly good stuff from 2019 to the beautiful stuff of 2023. I would like to use the final part of this message to thank you for not only uploading so much wonderful art in the past few years, but for being an inspiration to so many people. From uploading art to doing other type of media, for example, me. As I said in the 2019 section, you inspire me to make and continue making videos on stuff I like instead of cheap stuff that I can do in like 5 minutes for easy popularity, views and money. I'm not really interested in that. And you made me understand that, you made me see that, and I am very thankful for that. I may not be the correct person to say this, but on behalf of everyone who you've inspired and entertained throughout the years with your art, thank you. Thank you so much, Ameer. You are a wonderful person and a wonderful artist, and we all hope to see more of your art in the coming years. And with that message for a wonderful person, we conclude Properly Analyzing AmeerAshourDraws. Thank you, everyone, for watching this monstrosity of 3 hours. I think this is over 3 hours. I'm not sure, I haven't edited this part yet because I'm still recording it. But, to Ameer, again, thank you so much. And to everyone else, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, possibly in the sequel to this video, PCA2D. I hope you have a very good one. And as always, never forget to smile.